I'm not doing that because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement. It's you, Larry. Lollygaggers.
Diamond dogs have struck again.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
Basement Benchwarmers back after a couple weeks off. We've got Ed, Tim, and myself, Scott. Tonight, we're here.
Jesus, you forgot how to do the show.
Yeah, it's been a while. Right? A little tongue-tied. The summer heat's gotten to me. It went from winter to summer quick here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, there's no spring.
No, there was not. Let's get going right away. A lot went on in the last few weeks. Let's start with how we start every show. How was your last few weeks? And I'll start with Tim. You don't got to follow Ed then. How's that sound?
All right.
Well, nobody's got to follow Willie. He'd have something to talk about.
Yeah.
There's plenty for Willie to talk about.
So, Tim, how was your last few weeks, Tim?
Last few weeks were a lot of fun. Went to Fond du Lac last weekend. Ate well, drank well. Could have drank a lot more, but, we'll talk about that later. Golf. Watching a lot of the Cubs. Really, that's about it. So, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with the NBA with free agency and my fucking stupid team and the Bulls.
Well, we pretty much knew.
Yeah, I have a take on that, so we'll get to that as well. So a lot coming. Shot 87 yesterday at
nice.
At Brightendale White. So I bought a brand new 9-year-old driver from Japan and had it shipped in, and I added 30 yards to my drive. So
how do you tell the difference between the courses? Aren't they all white? Those are country clubs I'm thinking of. That was a public course.
That was awesome.
Wow.
Right.
I was thinking of a country club.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Can't follow Ed. Can't answer. Ed.
Oh, geez. I thought you had more. I disrupted you.
Oh yeah, still buying a lot of albums. So actually,
yeah. What'd you get? Anything good?
I bought this Danger Mouse. I'm trying to think of the band, like Sparkle Horse collaboration, where it's a really good album. It wasn't a lot of copies released because the other band guy died, so the album was held up, and it's just a big mess. But it's a good album. Got a couple good blues albums. Howlin' Wolf's Rocking Chair album, which is really good.
Yep.
I got this modern R&B-ish band called Blood Orange. Girl, really good, great voice. So musically, it's really good. So like all these people that talk about how there's no good music today, I disagree with. You just have to.
Some of these bands now are coming out with the girls singing like on a heavier metal.
Right.
Not heavy metal, but heavier.
Right.
And it goes together really well.
Right. Well, and the thing is too is like, and I talk about it a lot, which, it kind of makes me feel weird, but like girl pop right now is so like big with, Miley Cyrus just came out the new album.
Does she have her clothes on in this one, or is she hanging around on a wrecking
she's
ball
still kind
again?
of slutty.
Yeah.
That's
her thing. I mean, yeah. Go work with what you got.
Hey, she sold her soul to the devil, so she's got to do those things.
Yeah.
But
yeah, good for her.
Yeah. So yeah, still listening to some albums and stuff too. So about the Dead Weather, which I'm really looking forward to, is another Jack White side project. I did get Jack White's.
Everything's a side project for him.
Yeah, I mean that dude. You know,
he's always busy.
right? He's got 3 bands, 4 bands. Well, I mean, the White Stripes aren't together anymore, so unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
that band had some hooks.
it did. Yeah, and then I think the 20th anniversary of Get Behind Me, Satan just came out, so
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, let's see what happened the last 3 weeks. June 19th, we went to the Kingfish game. Scott treated us all. And
oh yeah, that too.
we watched a great game. First play where the guy goes over the fence, catches the ball, and ends up on ESPN.
It was on ESPN.
Dude, it was fantastic. Yeah, number one. It was fantastic. And you know what's funny is my brother walked down the stairs, it turned around and came back up, and he missed, like, it was like he was down for like.
And he flipped over the fence. No, I'm
he was already under the fence. Yeah. It was a great game. It was on one of those days where they had a holiday. It was like one of those made up holidays. I think it was Toyota-thon or something.
And the weather was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a great
night.
It turned out great. It was one of those nice nights between all the crappy hot nights or rainy nights.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been a weird stretch here.
Yeah, I wish the hot dogs looked better though.
Yeah, hot dogs.
You didn't notice the hot dogs?
I wouldn't eat the hot dogs there. I don't eat those big pan hot dogs.
Yeah.
They looked horrible.
The brats were good.
Brats were good. Hamburgers were good.
Hamburgers were good. I had hamburgers.
Hot dogs look strange.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh. They ran out of plates within like 5 minutes. I'm like, usually they run out of beer or something, but they ran out of plates for us.
Yeah.
I had 3 hot dogs. They tasted good.
Were they okay?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
They were grilled and then just
steamed.
They were good.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that girl in that meme where all the hot dogs hit him and he's like, eh.
And you guys take swim classes at the KYF when you were kids?
Yes.
Yeah, so that reminded me of the locker room with the KYF.
Oh, Rich the umpire. He was there. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
That was a stinky, sweaty basement down there, man. Oh.
I just brought it down here because I assume we're going to talk about it. Here is the pronunciation of the Bucks' number 1 or the second round pick they have. That's how you say it in English. Here's how you say it in Bosnian, where he's from.
Awesome. So the question is, we can file this for like later on. Is he gonna fucking play?
Probably not.
Okay.
But
there are so many players that don't even play one game in the NBA now in these drafts.
Well,
I mean, there's a guy on the Thunder who has 0 minutes and 1 ring and an $8 million bonus that he tacked on.
Right, and he's going to be probably in the rotation next year because he's going to be really good.
That's why they did that. They wouldn't have done it if he wasn't on their radar.
He may have to play for the Bucks, this guy. You never know.
Yeah, you know, they might not be able to afford anybody.
Does he play
else.
guard? I forgot.
He's like Giannis. He's a lengthy, like, he's going to play that. He's like a Chet Holmgren type guy.
2 guys bouncing off each other.
The guy they drafted. He's a lengthy dude. He's going to be like, I'm not
he's
sure.
He's 7 foot, right?
They say he's either got that build of Giannis, but he can rebound a little better. He's more of like a paint guy, they said. I don't know.
A pink.
I'm not really familiar with the Bucks prick. All I know is, like, for a team that needs talent, why aren't you drafting like a 5th-year senior that can play right away?
Exactly.
Why are you drafting a stash and
like Noah Eason? The Bulls pick? Everybody's all up in arms about
again,
that.
we'll get to that as well.
So yeah,
I do like the Sears signing though. So
yeah, I do like that signing.
Yeah.
I do.
Sorry.
No, you go back and check these drafts from the last few years. There's the second rounders. It's only about half of them even play 1 minute in the NBA.
Right.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Why are they wasting these picks? Like you said, why don't you take a 5th-year senior that you know can play? There's guys out there.
Because that's not how the NBA operates.
No, they're all trying to hit the next Giannis or Jokic, or it's crazy.
Yeah. Copycat league, basically.
Yeah, it really is. And they're all trying to be the next genius.
Right.
And they're all the next, not genius, whatever that word is.
Dumb. The Bulls.
So what else happened? Oh, Trump's big, beautiful bill passed, but not before the Dems threw another childish tantrum yesterday. Did you see that? Or 2 days ago? It would have been 2 days
Aren't they still reading it?
They actually wanted to read the entire 940-page bill in session just to slow down the process so it couldn't get passed. And again, I don't even approve of most of the shit in there, but...
Can AOC read?
No, she can for sure.
No.
And just to really fuck with Congress, they made Joe Biden read it. So they're only on page 2 now. It's been like 3 days.
Ice cream?
Ice cream? Joe, that's duh.
I just finished
That's dumb and dumber.
I just finished the second page, Jack.
You know, back in Scranton.
We beat Medicare.
We beat Medicare. Yeah, so that's the only joke.
That's who sponsored the Little League team we played against. Medicare.
Oh, yeah. So 940 pages of spending on government crap. There was actually a stipulation in the big, beautiful bill for protecting endangered species. And, with all the climate change and rising ocean temperatures, humpback whale populations have been declining for over 20 years now. So President Trump said his administration is dedicated in the effort to save the whales. And within hours, Democrats bought every harpoon in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, because even Captain Ahab and his ivory leg are rumored to be Tim Waltz's running mate in the 2028 thing. Yeah. It's about how bad it is, too.
I haven't heard that name in a while either.
Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what else? Oh, I've been trying to sell my old work van. Okay. My white work van. It's just a plain white transit van. It's got some rust on it.
Willie hasn't bought it?
Yeah. It's got about 200,000 miles and it's got some rust, but I haven't had any takers. So I started upgrading some stuff. And, I cleaned it up a little bit, put some new headlights on it, and just to, try to get rid of it. And then I put a new horn in it, and then I drove it over by Indian Trail, and I had it had to be like 5 teachers come out. So they all wanted to buy it. And it was like a bidding war. There's the new horn. No? Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, that thing sold like hotcakes over by the high school. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You tell me. I don't know.
Just put taco truck on the side of it. That would have went for sure.
But petting zoo.
What about Brent? Give it to Brent so he can go follow the string cheese incident.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that'd be a good travel van.
Yeah.
Thing's filthy.
Filthy. How many
bunch of hippies on that thing would be even worse.
How bad the mattresses would smell.
And it's probably too clean.
Yeah, that's right. It's too clean for the hippies. Be granola and
well, there's already mushrooms growing in it, so
right.
Sorry, head of the game.
Wait, don't lick it.
don't lick those mushrooms.
Giggity.
Yeah. So Scott, how was your last 9 weeks or whatever it's been?
Good. It's it was we haven't had a show since Father's Day, so right.
It's been about Father's Day.
Yeah, because Father's Day and Fond du Lac happened since then.
Right.
So yeah, Fond du Lac was a good time. Went up there, golfed a couple times up there, like as Tim said.
It was fucking hot.
It was warm. Like, thank God for the wind. Not good for golf, but good for not dying.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
I'd rather have my golf ball not go as far and go to the side than not die. I guess. Ding, ding, ding. But yeah. I don't know what else have we done. Nothing crazy.
Right.
We're
it's just shooting. What the hell's going on here?
Is Willie here?
It was a call from my wife.
What else had happened? The Kingfish game was a good time. A couple Thursdays ago or whatever, Thursday ago.
Yeah, we had a great time. That was a great. Thank you, Scott. That was.
Thanks again.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I went outside. I was at a golf outing this past weekend. That was a good time. Had fun.
Nice.
For the group I was out there with, supporting Indian Trail boys basketball, and boys baseball part. Also got a few dollars out of it.
But you weren't supporting the girls team?
Nope, absolutely not.
I agree. What's the point?
Right.
They're just going to throw up me bounds or whatever. Don't know.
Also,
I can't believe they don't call them respawns.
Somebody was calling them respawns.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you have eyelashes on the ball.
One eye in her eye.
It winks at you when it comes down.
And it's only got one panel, like the one sleeve that she wears.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that great.
I can tell something. We won 2 bags games.
Yeah, we did.
What?
Not me, but we did. Our team.
When you
did.
weren't there, we won 2. We still lost 3-2. But
in the C division.
In the C division, we went 2 and 3.
We're in the C division.
Oh, these girls were good. The one plays tournaments.
They're in tournaments too. The whole league is too good.
Remember how fun it was? We just show up and drink and just throw like the bag.
Oh, they don't even drink, any of these people.
No.
They're too serious. They're like riding the bike on the side to keep their legs loose in between games and
The
shit.
people behind me,
They're watching video.
I didn't. No, you know what people behind me were doing?
iPads.
I didn't tell these guys because I couldn't believe it. You guys were shooting, and I was just listening. This couple behind me were actually practicing. He was telling her how to throw, and he was just letting her just stand like 5 feet apart. And she was practicing. He's tossed the bag to him, and he was holding his hands out, saying, "Just hit me here. Focus on hitting me here. Work on that first." That's what they're working on, like almost like a soft. It was,
And we're over here trying to figure out how to unfold the chairs. That's what we're doing.
yes,
it's true.
I was like, "What are we doing here?" So yeah,
we look like a bunch of morons out there.
Yeah.
and it was 90. It was hotter than hell last week. On
Yeah.
top of it, so
Yeah, by I think Tuesday we were playing league, and we golfed beforehand. And I think we got done with the first 9, and I'm like, I'm fucking tired of sweating.
Yeah.
Like, I want to stop.
The only good thing about us, we were playing the hot ass bitches, or what were they called? Fancy ass, mean ass bitches or something.
what are those initials on their.
So, yeah, they were sweaty girls, but they beat us. And it was super windy because the bags were like flying curves half the time. So you throw like 2 curves, and then your third shot would just go straight and end up like 4 feet off to the right. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe we'll have better luck. We've been murdered in the first.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow start. Let's just say that. The usual.
13 Ks for Tarek?
Tarek Skubal going for another Cy Young.
Yeah, he's had
7 innings, 1 hit, 13 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's had a good day again, obviously.
Sounds like Tyone threw today. What was that? 4 innings, 3,000 pitches.
Yeah, he was.
How did he have less pitches in 7 innings and 13 strikeouts than Tyone had in 4 1/3?
Because he goes after hitters.
And Tyone only gave up the 1 home run. That was it.
Right.
He didn't give up any runs at
He
that
wasn't
point.
getting a lot of calls either.
105
I
pitches
know.
before he gave up a run.
He gave up 30 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he had like a great stretch after that. And then, of course, I'm not saying that you jinxed him, but
I did jinx
the
him.
TV casters jinxed him. They're like, oh, Tyone's really settled down since his struggles in the first inning.
Don't throw two feet up high.
Be careful here, yeah. Hiya! Damn it!
Yeah.
I swear he can't hit high stuff. I only seen 300 at bats of him hitting bombs off of those. Yeah. So, where are we at in the show now?
Oh, good, bad, and ugly.
Oh, we're on the good, bad, and the ugly already?
So we're going to do good, bad, and ugly tonight. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA and like Tim had mentioned, everything going on with the draft, free agency, gambling. Also, we'll talk a little about Cubs and the Brewers getting in a little dogfight. Obviously, along with the Cardinals and their smoke and mirrors, and the Brewers too. I guess in the Cubs too. We didn't expect this from the Cubs this year, so I guess we should throw them in there too.
Yeah.
Expect what from the Cubs?
Where they are right now.
They absolutely should be in first place. They're the best team in the division. With all the stuff that the Brewers lost last year.
Yeah.
And Woodruff hasn't pitched yet this year.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Brewers gave up on Devin Williams. So.
I don't think the Cubs are overachieving.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Not anymore.
We'll get to them. Yeah. So let's start with good, bad, and the ugly. And Tim, you can start with what you want and where you want.
Man, there's so many.
Yeah. We can do a couple. Let's go around a couple times here.
Yeah. Let's do. Let's do the good with the.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with my good is the Oklahoma City Thunder winning the title. For the fact that they did it organically, where they didn't have some big superstar come in and say, "I want these guys," or there's not really anyone that they signed in the huge. I mean, the biggest free agent signing was Hartenstein this year.
When they traded Giddey at the end of last year, right?
Right. And so I mean, they built a team organically, and they, and they're still loaded with picks. And
Well, would they have 2 first-round picks this year again, or 1 first and 1 early second or something?
Yeah, they have I want to say for the next 5 years they have 15 picks, 16 first-round picks. So I mean, they're in a really good position where they could really legitimately be the next dynasty.
And they're likable.
Yeah, they are.
I
Likable.
agree.
As people.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
marketable.
SVGA.
Right.
That's a monitor, I believe.
Yeah.
He's fun to listen to. Who's Jalen Williams?
Jalen Williams.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know, Caruso's a good guy. Hartenstein, you know, a lot of those guys like really worked hard.
Chet.
Right. I mean, they're deep. I mean, I think they've only got one free agent. I mean, yeah, there's Chet.
Well, they're going to be smart here is to probably trade one off maybe not next year or maybe in that third or fourth year here. Trade one off, get more picks. Trade another because you're not going to be able to re-sign everybody.
Yeah. I think a lot of those guys may stay. Yeah. Take less.
You can only do about 3 big stars.
Take less money and win a lot more championships, or go somewhere where there's a lot more. I mean, think about how small Oklahoma City is. You know, it's not New York, it's not LA, it's not Miami.
It's actually like a financial center because of the oil industry. I was surprised how much money was there.
Absolutely. But I mean,
I've never been there.
Right. But I mean, those guys are close knit. You look at like the parade and the celebration and stuff and how they like each other. I mean, they could really, the next 5 years.
Very likable group of guys.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
As men, I'm not even saying as NBA players.
Right. And it's hard to say, like, really, this is the first generation G champion. And you could absolutely tell, like, a lot of those guys have never drank alcohol. And, you know, first of all, they're drinking Michelob Ultra.
The guy took a sip of the beer. His face looked like he took Malort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jalen Williams is one of those guys, he almost, if you kind of just take a quick glance, you're like, oh, this guy's like a bug, you know? He kind of looks like the tough guy.
Yeah, Luke Dort's another one of those
guys. Yeah, and then you hear him talk, he's like, oh, I'm not going to fall from banana in the tailpipe, right? Like, what the hell? This guy, like you said, he's never drank alcohol, or he's a nerd.
Caruso had to teach him how to pop champagne bottles.
Yeah, he's very likable. He reminds me of his Keon Coleman almost with Buffalo. He's just like a happy-go-lucky guy that's
right
now.
Right.
And it's kind of crazy. They achieved the best record in the NBA and the number 1 seed, obviously, in the West without Chet Holmgren most of the year.
Yeah,
That's pretty incredible.
Broken hip, right?
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And then Chet Holmgren was a pretty big part. His numbers, if you look on paper, you'd be like, yeah, but he was a big part of that interior defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's elite in the middle, I would say. Just to be around the rim.
Right. So it's going to be interesting to see the next few years, A, how they go forward with the team, B, how other teams build their teams. Are they going to copy that same blueprint? Because again, it's a copycat league. And then C, what I'm interested in, see who comes out of the Eastern Conference next year with all these injuries.
It's a crapshoot.
Right.
Again, I picked the Pacers this year.
Right.
Even without, I don't know, it'll be tough without Halliburton.
Well, I want to see what happens with all the
mess, the whole division.
Who signs it through? There's still trades.
Detroit. I'm Detroit right now.
I think Detroit.
I think the Knicks started.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good pick.
Depends on the coach.
And we'll get into that too. Yeah. So that's my good.
And also, I think back to Oklahoma City, didn't have like 5 or 6 second-round picks and undrafted free agent that played for that team.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah, it's insane.
Good for them. I mean,
good for them.
They've done a good job. Yeah. And like you said, then they traded Giddey to get with that Caruso, was it?
Caruso.
Yeah. And Caruso's what, more defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they needed more defense.
And he's the adult in the room. He's the oldest guy in the roster.
So they got the guys they needed for that team.
Yeah, their number 1 pick.
They're going to make a move this year, I still think, to add. I think they're going to add something.
They don't need to because their number 1 pick from last year.
I know. Well, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Which team?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from
well, and Holmgren help. Yeah, you're right. They probably won't. They'll probably tip that.
Right, and then they feel the need for, in case they picked up a big, in case Hartenstein or Holmgren goes down. So.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm. Ed, you're good.
I got a bunch of them here, so I'm going to go with this whole Caitlin Clark saga. So, she just came back. She's popping threes from the line or the logo or whatever they call it.
Right.
And then they're trying to now their new thing is to really rough her up. Just bumping her and fouling her and hacking her wasn't enough. So now they're intentionally she was intentionally poked in the eye for 3 times since she's been back.
Right.
In like 5 games.
Right.
And that last one, I mean, it was a thumb.
Oh, yeah.
It was an intentional thumb to the eye. There was no doubt about
it.
It
was a swipe in the face.
And that girl didn't even, she just got a penalty for it, which was ridiculous.
She actually got a technical for that foul.
I thought she
didn't. You talking about the Casey incident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did get the tech?
Yeah.
The girl that knocked her down then didn't. There was only one tech.
Yeah, there was 2 techs in that.
I thought there was only one.
I think there was a
So that's not even my good. The good part is I didn't know anything about this because I don't really, you guys know me, I don't really like the WNBA that much. But it's fun to talk about.
Right.
Sophie Cunningham taking care of business like Marty McSorley. I mean, that girl comes down court like a little while later in the game, she trucks her into the ground.
Right.
And it was awesome. And then she stood up and was like, bring it.
Well, good. Exactly.
So that was another part of the whole thing. I didn't know anything about Sophie Cunningham. I had no idea who. I'm used to, Brittany Griner. When I think of WNBA, hey guys.
Right.
So I see Sophie Cunningham, and I've seen all these videos. She's tough.
Right.
She is extremely hot for a WNBA player. And then I'm thinking, like, what am I doing? I don't watch this stuff. I got 0 chance with her. And then I'm like, wait a second, she's in the WNBA. She probably makes more than the girl at Quick Trip. And the lady at the dump makes about the exact amount she does, but has better benefits. And so we might have a chance, guys.
What's this wiki stuff?
It might, well, if we had our all, yeah.
Right.
Your good looks, my rapist wit.
Well,
Scott's hair.
The Sophie Cunningham thing was funny because everywhere you turn, like any kind of article or if I saw correctly or any kind of sports talk or anything was just flabbergasted by Sophie Cunningham what she did.
Oh, the media is just up in arms.
Caitlin Clark gets poked in the eye every night or gets blasted, and it's just part of the game.
Right.
And I understand Sophie Cunningham what she did. It's kind of. But
Caitlin,
what they're doing is the same thing. It's different. That nobody. The up in arms thing was just hilarious. I thought it was funny.
Right.
What
the faux, like, in the WNBA, we're having somebody intentionally foul somebody?
And the one woman that slept with every other announcer she could, from Jalen Rose to whoever. What's her name? She was married to him. Was that the same woman that said this week that she thinks that it was a Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark would be nobody?
Yeah, because she did the thing.
Yeah, that's what made Caitlin. No, Caitlin Clark. They don't get it. Caitlin Clark just got to walk away with the money she made so runs leave the league.
I agree.
Bye. I would go to Russia. Go bankrupt. Right. Go take Ice Cube up on this thing. It's not your own league. I think Ice Cube will bankroll your league for you right now.
Absolutely.
It's amazing to me.
Right.
The announcers don't get it. The referees. Right. I mean, did you see like the 2 or 3 plays before she got fucking thumb?
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
She got called for a foul, and she didn't even touch the girl. And they showed the slow roll. She missed her by inches.
Right.
Got a foul. She comes down. That girl hits her like 4 or 5 times on the way down. Like she's, well, she's dicking her up, but she could, whatever. And then she pokes her in the eye intentionally. And they're like, oh, foul.
Right.
There was a 6th foul on the trip, of course.
Yeah, so those two have gone at it at Ohio State and
Right.
Iowa.
Yeah.
So they've had history.
Yeah, they have history.
Right, and then Cunningham had ran over JC like 3 or 4 plays before the fast break.
Yeah, with like the pick type thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, she fucking leveled it.
Yeah.
And JC didn't top that. And I think that kind of pissed her off. Like, Cunningham wanted a reaction, and she got it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the best takes that I gotten from that whole incident, and really like about Caitlin Clark and like how the WNBA is fucking all this up, was a hockey player. And he goes, "You guys remember when Wayne Gretzky was in the league?"
That's what I said.
Right. No one touched him. What do you think that was? And everyone's like, "Well, you guys had who?" And he goes, "No. Wayne Gretzky was our fucking money. Like every arena that we went to, we sold out of. Everyone knew that if we fucked him up, we weren't making any money."
Yep.
And that's the mentality that.
And if you did, Marty McSorley was there to kick the shit out of you.
But they still played against him. They still played defense. And they still did right things. This is over. This is
This is
you can still D her up. You can still follow her going to the basket. You can still play basketball against her.
This is ridiculous.
This is past what Petey said the one time he was here and stuff like that.
Change the rules.
Yeah, change. Okay, I'm still up. Fine. She goes up for a layup, and you go up and try to block, and she goes to the ground. That's part of the game.
They keep saying these are like game moves. MMA, you can't eye gouge somebody. They do it. Do you remember when Hulk Hogan would get eye gouged? He go, "Oh, brother, you're eye gouging me." Woo! You couldn't do it in the WWE. If they did, it was like you were up heel.
But like I said, regrets getting there. They were still they still check them out of the way and stuff. They wouldn't run them over and hurt them, but they were still gonna push them away from the goal.
And some guys did, and then they said McSorley.
Yeah, they would stand there. Yeah, Kobe Cunningham was her kind of like you said.
It was awesome. And she's way better looking than McSorley. If I woke up next to McSorley, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. If I woke up next to Sophie Cunningham, I would call it I'd call it. I'm good. Right. Holy crap. I think I had no idea what she was. Yeah, she's awesome. She got, now her uniform sales are the highest in the league.
It's still Clark.
Is it? Yeah, and she's some kind of taekwondo. She's actually very well rounded as a person too. She doesn't really need the WNBA. She's got other shit going on.
Right. Yeah, and then she went to Missouri because her sisters went there. And, she was Big 12 Player of the Year, and she was.
And I think she's already doing some announcing for other things.
Oh, she did announcing for the Suns and stuff. When she was there.
Yeah. So I mean, the WNBA is like, it's just extra. It's probably something she really wants to do, but it's,
and they'll fuck it up too.
It's unbelievable.
So,
have you ever? I mean, like you were saying with the Gretz, have you ever seen any like business or anything fuck things up that bad? But you know why?
I take that back. Baseball.
With like in '94.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it took them like 10 years to get back.
Right.
Then they cheated to get it back, and then they screwed that up too.
Then they pissed on McGuire and Sosa.
Yeah.
Right. And Bonds.
But they still know where their money ticket is. They're like, they kind of know.
Yeah. When they juice baseballs and they don't juice them.
It's like, Barry, I don't know what you're talking about. His hat size only 8 3/4.
Right. Why is it 12 3/4 now?
Right. Why should they keep going to his wrist?
Look, Barry's hat.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
About a couple months ago.
Nice.
I'm not going to that game. That's embarrassing.
So, yeah.
What the fuck is he selling? Get out of here, Billy Bob. Why are you fucking selling T-Mobile?
He's going to sell anything now.
His women's jeans he's wearing too.
When I was making out with my sister. Wasn't that him?
No, Angelina Jolie, if I was making out with.
Oh, that's with her brother, yeah. My fault.
Close. Then that means he made out with him.
It's how, yeah, they're Eskimo brothers.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Oh, man. Anything?
My
yours?
Good, yeah. My good happened actually, we're doing the show on Sunday. Happened today a couple hours ago. Aldrich Guter, South African, 20 years old. First win. He won the Rocket Mortgage tournament, PGA Tour outside Detroit in a 5-hole playoff, I believe it was. Started with 3, then 2.
My TV went off in the 5th.
And then 1.
He had the other guy, Weidengeiser or whatever, I can't think of his name, 3 chances.
And actually, the other guy should have won it. The third guy,
Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk. He could have won it on the first hole. He should have won it. He had like an 8-footer and he missed it.
And he missed the
He had
net.
a great shot. Second shot was great, and he choked it. So yeah.
Yep. You know what? Pottengeiter was leading the whole time pretty much. He had a good weekend.
Yeah. Great, 20-year-old. Good for him.
He's a chubby-looking kid. I thought he looks like he's about 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was the older one. Then
So did I.
Oh no, okay. I'm glad to see him win though. That was cool.
No, it's cool. Did you see those drives today? I sent you on that playoff hole. I think it was the third playoff hole. 361 and 363. You're like, oh, you're gonna have to lay up in front of those sand traps over there. They shot right over the top of it. It wasn't even close.
No.
They were at like 305 or something, those sand traps. They cleared them by like 30, 40 feet.
You don't hit the ball that far.
Dude, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Top Golf would hate you.
Yeah.
Driving them. They only brought 3,000 balls for one raft.
Sir, stop hitting it over the necks, please.
You're bad, Tim.
Well, I want to do one more good.
Oh, go ahead.
Since we're talking
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
wins, and it's Keegan Bradley.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Captain USA last week. Yep. So, and the fact that he's making like noise to be actually on the Ryder Cup team, which he should have been the last round as well.
He's the captain.
Well, I hope he puts himself on there. I think he deserves it. So it was great to watch those last 3 holes, and really like he won that. I think Fairway Jesus kind of lost it more than.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So he had birdie
showed
putt.
Tommy had a tough last hole.
Last 2 holes.
Yeah, last
3 holes.
He struggled.
So, so that was good to see him win, and I like Keegan. He's fiery, you know.
Felt bad for him last year.
Yeah.
Last round.
Right. Yeah, he got fucked. But so it was good to see him win, and the way he's been playing this year, I really hope that he puts himself on the team and no one disagrees with it.
They shouldn't disagree with it.
I agree.
I mean, he's 7th.
6th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing
points.
well.
Yeah. And he's I hope he does.
Yeah.
He should.
I have one more good as well.
Yep.
And this is finally women getting a good thing happening to them instead of the WNBA. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Did you see this?
I did.
A 400% pay increase. What are they now making? An hour.
$22.50.
I'm gonna say $85 an hour.
Very close. $75 an hour now they're making. They were making Timmy said they were making like $20 an hour. They still don't have benefits though.
So is it they count practice and stuff as part of that wage?
I don't know. I never even asked. I just heard that they got a huge pay rate. I know cheerleaders don't make much, and it's actually not the professional cheerleaders, but like college cheerleaders and stuff. They're ridiculous athletes. They're really good athletes.
Absolutely.
The Dallas Cowboy, they're more. That's what it is.
So, Scott, do you think that there's a cheerleader craze for the Bears? You know, since they got rid of the Honey Bears now.
That's good.
If I remember correctly.
Well, that's because you're only paying like $18 an hour back
Back
then.
then, $3 an hour.
Probably
And those
was.
big ass wool sweaters. I mean, I'm sure that shit was.
You remember we were out with Jeff one night, and his girlfriend at the time was Buck's cheerleader, and she was making like we almost laughed. We thought I think it was like $12 or $14. That was it. No, an hour, but still. Yeah, but
and popcorn.
But if you're at a Mountain Dew,
you get a Wetzel pretzel.
All I can see is like after the Kingfish game when the kids are coming through the pizza tech stuff afterwards, like picking off the leftovers.
Right.
I can see exactly the Bucks game.
Whatever's left in the cooler or the ears.
Yeah, they're going through the clubhouse afterwards to pick up what the guys didn't eat.
Right.
Peach pit. Yeah, so.
Wow, look at the Tigers. Most wins last 162.
Yeah, they were the hottest team in the year last year. Right?
Yeah, they've been good. I mean, obviously they got really good pitching, but their offense is mediocre.
Right. Well, they got hobbies, so.
Yeah. And he's getting dropped in all of them as he already. Glabar's had a good year, and I mean Torkelson started off hot too, and he hasn't done much lately either.
Right.
So I mean, they could actually use. I mean, I know Meadows just came back from an injury a couple weeks ago. They could use guys, some hitters.
Right.
I don't know if they're
be buyers for the.
I doubt it.
Really?
They won't spend any money. It doesn't seem. They spent it all on bias. Their staff's solid though, and they didn't have a closer coming into the year either.
No.
They had
the end of the Cubs.
Was it Foley or
Matt Foley?
Matt Foley.
Down by the river.
The St. Clair River. Yeah. So, where are we at? We're on Timmy.
I'm good.
Just good.
Okay.
I'm good. So you're bad, Timmy.
My bad. Oh, so
yeah, we're having a podcast here. You ready?
I know. I can't even read my own writing. So the red center fielder against the no hitter for Martinez.
Yep.
Nick Martinez. You see the effort that he made for this
ball?
Oh,
it was goddamn awful.
Yeah.
It was the left fielder, I believe.
Was it the left fielder?
Yeah.
He looked like
he just drifted and then just turned around and waited for the ball to hit the wall, and it hit short of the wall.
Yeah.
He could have caught that ball.
Could have caught that ball. Cost him a no-hitter.
In the 9th inning with what, 1 out?
Yeah.
I didn't see the replay. I just know I thought it got doubled.
Balade, is that his name? Balade.
Let me look it up. I'll check it real quick.
Bilade.
I don't know what that is. Throwing me way off here with your.
Right. And basically the effort of some of these baseball players.
It just, not understanding the game and knowing that your pitcher's busting his ass out there throwing a no-hitter.
Right.
He didn't even attempt to go after it. He just kind of turned around.
Right.
And he thought it was going to go over or off the wall.
Right.
And it was a catchable ball. I mean, it would have been a tough catch. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that was he at least could have gave it. It wasn't Friedel.
Balade is his name. I thought.
I don't even, maybe he's not even on the team anymore. They don't put I don't have his name on here. He didn't play today. It's Friedel's in center.
Ryan Balade.
Yeah, he's not on my list here.
Ryan James Balade, 6'2", Major League Baseball player for the Cincinnati Reds.
So he's not even a starting player.
No.
And he's fucking half-assing it out there on a no-hitter.
Right.
It was unbelievable to me when I watched it. I actually rewound it and watched it back, and I'm like, that ball was catchable. Right. And then I rewound it again, and I'm like, that ball was catchable.
Yep.
And he's just coasting out there.
Play it like he thought, or
he thought it was going to be gone or off the top of the wall, and he just kind of coasted. He didn't even make like the ball's going for the wall. Instead of making an angle here, he just went this way and then just kind of waited for it to come back to him off the wall.
Right now.
And it hit right at the base of the wall.
No video?
Yeah. Okay. I agree with Timmy. And maybe he wouldn't have caught it, but you have to give it an effort.
Yeah.
Even like Robin Yount, diving on Juan Nieves' no-hitter, even though he probably didn't have to or whatever.
Right.
But he, gave it a big effort, And,
right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Looks like he read it wrong though, maybe.
Maybe.
Because he was running full speed and he kind of stopped and was like, ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
Just looked like he gave up.
You know what it reminds me of in high school? We're playing at Horlick one time, and I think I told this story on the show before. And it's like the 5th or 6th inning. It had to be the 6th. And Marty Henning comes running in from right field. And he's like, hey, Fossey, you're throwing a no-hitter right now?
Oh, my God.
So we're all like, oh, my God. Man, Marty was a moron.
Rick Fossey?
Yeah. So,
really?
Yeah, Rick was a good pitcher. He threw more like underhand type, but he was a very good ball player.
He was a wrestler, wasn't he?
Wrestler, football player, and baseball. He was good at all of them. He would have been good at pickleball if they would have had it back then. He was good at everything.
Pickleball!
Yeah, whatever. And next inning, so 7th inning, I think it was like 1 out. Marty misplays a fly ball, like just a chip shot to right field. He goes back like 5 steps and then tries to come forward. The ball lands like 4 feet in front of him. We're just one hitter. So that year, I think he threw a no-hitter and 2 one-hitters, and that was one of them.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that's my bad. So that's definitely.
I got. Well, we were talking about car racing guys. That's just ridiculous lately, and Shador's been busted twice. But my bad is Zach Edey. 101 in a 55 in Indiana, and that's not even the worst part. It was in a Kia Sorento. Why the fuck is Zach Edey driving a Kia Sorento?
And how the fuck did he fit into it?
You ever see that Simpsons?
Yeah, that chick gets on.
I could not afford another automobile. This was the only one I could afford. That's what it reminded. I'm picturing Zach Edey with his one eyebrow getting out of there like, what's up, officer?
Oh my God.
I can just picture him getting out like that Simpsons. Oh my God. In a Kia Sorento. Buy a car, you cheapskate. You're in the
Oh, the
NBA.
new Sorentos are nice. I always think of like the 1998 Kia Sorento.
Yeah.
Kia Sorento.
I guess that's my bad.
Maybe you got free to make it all rookie.
Well, yeah, that's a good call. Still, you don't drive at 101 miles an hour then.
panels fly out.
They're like rattling on the brand
What
new
how
one.
long? How long it took him to get up that fast?
He's got one leg outside the door like Fred Flintstone.
He's got his head's out the sunroof.
all the mosquitoes and bugs and shit are flying off his forehead.
Must protect yourself from the sun. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, I guess we can paint a picture here on the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
I forgot to add it. Rob part my bad. Another comment about the Caitlin Clark thing. Another Sky player, I can't remember her name, said if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark not being able to make threes, she wouldn't be anything in the NBA. Well, she can make threes, so that's why she can be. Let's pass it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's like saying if Stephen Curry couldn't make same thing. Okay, if Curry couldn't make threes, he'd be nothing. You're right. He wouldn't. It's the same thing.
Somebody said that. It was.
Why would a reporter look at her and go, so you could say anything about Curry in the NBA? So what's your point? It's the same thing.
Yeah. The thing I saw was like she's so one-dimensional. All she does is shoot threes. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I from Sky. Play for Sky.
Right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I don't know her name. What was her name? I can see her. I can't.
Oh, there's so much racism and jealousy she gets every day. It's hard to keep track.
She didn't lead the league in assists last year.
Right. She led the league in assists.
I think she's leading right now, right? Her average is, but she's been hurt, so she's probably not leading.
The ball over on the bundle, but a lot of that is because she's from the girls who can't catch. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. Just like Angel Reese was three assists away. I watched a lot of that game today, and Reese threw some nice. She actually
is she trying to make herself into an actual basketball player now?
She just had a really, honestly, like the best game I think I've ever seen. And she made some great passes.
You look at the right player.
I am looking at the right player.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Dude, when she
I'm like paid right now.
When she pulls up the shoot with that goofy left-handed shot, and she's like in three, and it gets blocked by somebody standing at the free throw line. They just swat it down. She's been blocked on 28% of her shots or something.
Yeah.
What do you got there, Timmy?
A topic to bring up later.
Oh, okay, good. There's so much of that whole situation. It's just
that was just a quick bad. I forgot to bring it up when we were talking about everybody's thought of it. So just making a comment that I could say that about a lot. I mean, Curry would be a perfect example. If you're gonna make threes, he wouldn't be in the NBA. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's one-dimensional. It's like she's actually two-dimensional at least.
Yeah. I mean, Curry, he does, but it took away his three. He'd be like her. You're right.
She is essentially the Steph Curry of the WNBA. It's very similar.
Yeah. Well, just like the lady who's the girl that did the shooting with Sabrina. Same thing. Yeah. She couldn't shoot three. She wouldn't be in the NBA either, right? There you go.
Well, I just read an article that said Caitlin Clark shouldn't even be in the All-Star game because she missed 5 games.
No. Well, she missed 10 days. 2 weeks, I thought, right?
4 games.
4 games.
5.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, that's a lot of games in the WNBA. They only play.
Right.
Like 25.
But doesn't she get any credit from like the previous season?
She's making it though.
She'll make it.
It just came today. She's captain.
Yeah.
Which people are gonna hate.
Oh, I know. And the fans are gonna love it. The fans love it. Everybody else in the WNBA hierarchy hates it.
Did you see the discrepancy? I don't know what the right word is. The difference between 3 years ago when Stewart from New York.
I thought Matt Campbell.
No, Leanna Stewart was the leading vote getter for
the number of votes.
The number of votes.
What number?
It was like 50,000, and Caitlin Clark got like 500,000. It's like 10 times the amount.
So 450,000 votes more.
Yeah.
With Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Than a few years ago.
That's how many more people are going after clicking.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's crazy.
It is crazy.
They don't get it.
No.
They don't, and they, like you said, she's one-dimensional. Did you guys see that chart I sent over too, where it showed all the college players in her senior year, and where they ranked like in points and assists, and there was like a huge glob of like 1,000 players down here, and she was essentially double anybody on that list in points and assists. It was crazy.
But if she couldn't shoot the three, she wouldn't be over there.
Yeah.
Right.
It was. I mean, it wasn't even like close. It would be like somebody like hitting like 140 home runs now in baseball. That's about what it was.
She was the 4th-ranked prospect coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Age,
Who's good.
Right.
Yeah, she's solid.
Yeah. It happened.
The girl that went to Stanford is on LA Sparks right now.
Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink.
Very good too.
Angel Reese, and then her.
Yeah.
She was behind, and Brink won a title.
And I once again, I'm not beating her down, but I know how Angel Reese is. With the way she shoots, I do not know how she's even ranked.
Right.
She's not a good shooter. She
can't even dribble.
But the thing is, that's the thing.
Right.
I've seen.
I'm not joking. I'm a better dribbler than her right now.
Yeah,
and it's
that's why
that wasn't good.
That's why it's weird to me that she is even ranked. Now, if you say she's getting better, that's cool, good for her. But it's nice that she gets to get better in the highest league possible. Right. Most girls don't get that chance to get in the league and get better. She's lucky. Right. I'm telling you right now, she don't get it. Maybe she just stay on the radar and just get better, and then come out and start yapping when she gets better. Yeah,
they're gonna keep promoting her for some
No,
reason.
she's promoting her. The league isn't. She is, and everybody around her wants to promote it. That makes no. Like I said, it's just to me, it just bothers me. There's like 40 other players that are better than her in this league, and 40, they still want to pinpoint. It's just her against Caitlin Clark. No, it's not. Why are they letting her be the second best player? Right, Tim? They're almost going. There's a million better players than her.
She's got a McDonald's
a meal.
A McDonald's meal.
I love those videos though. If you're like, I'm throwing my Angel Reese meal, missing the garbage can. I'm like, what?
No, it's like, can't buy the Reese's Puffs.
Great. Anyway, okay. You're ugly, Tim.
My ugly?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do I go after Rory or do
Rory?
Fuck. Okay. So Rory McIntyre.
McIlroy.
That's
brother.
Rory McIntyre.
This one's on, that one. Oh, that one's coming out.
Yeah, okay. We're still on. Hey guys, we're back. We had a little
1.21 gigawatt.
We had a problem. We're gonna get back going here. Sorry about that.
Hey, the Basement Benchwarmers.
Yeah,
right.
We're not ESPN.
Yeah. Got excited, hit the power cord on accident.
How come nobody can do their fucking job here?
One job! You have one job!
Oh man, we can all be Chris Berman.
Right.
Fucking hell.
Oh, Berman, look at that fucking.
That's what it is.
Classic. That is a classic.
Okay, there's one. I got one more to do here. Extra camera, USB.
Are we live still?
I see green.
Must unplug that camera or something.
Yeah, that camera's just got a white light now. This one's got.
Okay, we'll be back in a second here. A little technical difficulty. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Tim's back.
I'm back. Hi.
Now we're missing Ed.
That's fine.
We're missing Ed.
I wore my Flannel King shirt today too.
Just you did. Flannel King. No shit.
There we go. Our fans, you love my flannel.
It was working. Now it's
There we go. See if it's down there.
It should be right.
Isn't it down in the Lewinsky area?
This cord right here. That cord is plugged in. Give it a push. Pull it out. Pull it and plug it back.
Giggity. Are you docking, Ed?
Okay, I heard some clicking.
Well, since I got no camera, I can take my pants back off like we started.
You can scratch your shit.
There we go.
There we go. Are we better now?
I think we're all good. Okay, we're gonna try start to back up. Okay, ready?
All right.
Okay, we're talking about
Rory McIntyre.
Rory McIntyre.
Tim's ugly and go.
All right. My ugly is Rory McIlroy. So he was questioned after one of the last couple golf tournaments why he hasn't speaking to the media, and he said, "Well, I'm kind of upset with you guys." And someone asked him for what. It was because of reporting his non-conforming driver, and he said that's part of it. I'm not really gonna get into it right now. And he kind of just didn't really storm away, but kind of walked off, didn't really explain himself. So I just think it's kind of bullshit when he sits here and criticizes how he wants to be the face of the golf, wants to be the face of the PGA, but yet he doesn't want to be criticized and reported on. Like, you still have to take the good with the bad. Like, you know, don't sit here and say one thing and do another.
Yeah, he can't be the face because
he's.
You said exactly what I was thinking. Is he loves it when the good stuff's happening.
Absolutely.
And then anything bad happens, and he's like a 2-year-old.
Right. Kind of sounds like.
Yeah, we need somebody more stable. Like Bryson would be the face of the PGA.
He could be.
Although he took somebody out at the last thing, hit him with a.
Yeah.
No, that was Bryson.
Dustin Johnson.
No, it's Koepka. It was Koepka.
Oh,
it was Koepka.
That was going to be my secondary too. Or another ugly is like the behavior lately from some of these golfers. Koepka. Who was the golfer that destroyed the locker room at Marion?
And he's like banned now.
Yeah. Well, he apologized, but I mean,
what was his name? He was a pretty famous golfer too.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, but like. Koepka was there. There's been like 3 or 4 guys that have been like throwing drivers and like.
Well, Rory did it at the U.S. Open. He broke a tee marker.
Yeah.
And Koepka did. And he hit it into the stands.
Right. And then withdrew.
Yeah. Then withdrew and said, "Oh, my arm hurts from hitting stuff in the wrong way."
Right. Or my back hurts because I twisted the wrong way.
Yeah.
So, So that would be my ugly as well. So I have one more after that. After you get through yours.
Go ahead.
My ugly is this take that Haley Van Lith is only in the WNBA because she's popular on social media, not because she's a good basketball player.
So another shit WNBA take.
Right, yeah. So, I mean...
I'm going to be honest, you don't have to be that great. I've seen some shit lately on there.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of times, too, like, there's expectations where... And the WNBA game is so far different from... the pro game. I mean, Paige is taking some time to adjust.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about my girl,
Cameron Brink.
No, the other
Plum.
Casey
Kelsey
Plum.
Plum.
Yeah.
She struggled when she came in, and she was the leading scorer of the NCAA the year before.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls come in and
Caitlin struggled last year at the beginning.
Absolutely. It's a more physical game. They're not getting a lot of calls.
It's just like we watch baseball, man,
Right.
and you watch these guys every time they bring up the next new stud. Almost every one of them struggle. Even Pete Crow did last year, and it's hard when you're that young to adjust to that much.
Right. So, and not to be like that guy. It's like, well, you've never played basketball. You don't know what it's like to go from level to level. I think a lot of these people think the same way. They think that because they're successful in college that these girls are going to come in and be successful in the league, you know? So I just think that's been one of the worst takes that I've heard.
Which is astonishing in that league.
Right. So,
yeah. So my ugly is the whole Ketel Marte situation. You guys seen this?
Yes.
So I don't know it exactly, but he was playing, I believe he was on the field.
Right, playing second base for the
Playing
Diamondbacks.
second base, and a fan was riding him, which, you know, whatever. I mean, it's a fan as long as he's being tasteful. But this fan was not. He started making fun of his dead mom, who just had died recently, and Ketel came back to the dugout and started crying.
She died in 2017.
She died 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And the guy said to him, "I texted your mom last night."
Oh. I mean, that's bad, but it's not horrible. I thought it was worse than that. I hadn't heard the
guy was
quote.
banned from baseball
Forever.
parks forever, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So.
I mean, I've heard worse than that.
And did it happen in Chicago or in Arizona?
Chicago.
The
White Sox. I thought it was worse than that. They didn't say the first cut. When I wrote this down like a week ago, they hadn't said what happened.
But,
so he just said he texted your dead mom.
Yeah. He said, "I texted your mom last night." And you know what?
Does the guy know that his mom's dead? I didn't know.
And
his
that's
mom.
when I heard what he said. I'm like, okay, that's kind of untate. But does the guy know his mom's dead?
Yeah.
He might be just being funny. I texted your mom last night. Like, no, you don't bring up family members either way. It's not funny. But like, I texted your mom last night. Like,
that's not
I
as bad
hooked
as
up
I
with her.
thought.
But not knowing she's dead.
Right.
I mean, that's what I took it as, not knowing she was. But still, you don't talk about family members.
Yeah,
that's not funny.
Is it Lovullo's the coach?
Yeah, he snapped on a dude.
Did you hear that whole exchange?
Oh, he was screaming at a dude.
He's like, that motherfucker right there. And then you can hear this woman in the background going, "It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to kick him out. It's okay." Like, this woman was defending this fan for like,
He should have been kicked out of that game. You can't kick somebody out for life or something. So I guess.
Well,
now the White Sox only have 3 fans.
Yeah, great. They lost. Great attendance. I can guess.
Now they
got
gotta move to Nashville.
It's gonna be easier to count when it's against the attendance game.
well, I mean, they're kind of fucked either way, because if they don't do anything, they're going to be perceived as not caring about, protecting any player.
Yeah.
So, okay, how about this? What if
I'm not saying?
What if somebody, if like say Ketel went into the stands, which we've seen in the NBA,
and swung at a fan?
Would he be banned from every stadium for life? No. He would probably get a 10-game suspension or something.
What happens if he would have hit the fan?
Well, didn't Westbrook do it? Wasn't that Westbrook that went into the
he
the
went
box?
into yeah. Well, Ron Artest did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened many times. And
Well,
those guys didn't even get banned.
Ron Artest got hit with a fucking beer.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Malik Beasley, the Buck player did it, threw a ball at a dude.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That was the dude. I liked him.
Not Michael.
I liked him, but he was a nut job.
Yeah, who was that?
Played great defense.
Like 2 years ago.
Psycho, man. He played good guys. He was a lockdown defense guy. You remember that dude, right?
Not Malik. No,
that wasn't Beasley.
Neighbors, but that's a football. What is his name?
I can see the dude too.
I know. Yep. So
yeah.
I don't think a guy should be banned for life for saying that, because I think he's, like you said, I bet it was more of that. Like,
now if he knew his mom was, if he admitted that he knew his mom had died, then I don't think it's cool.
If he would have said, I texted your dead mom, but that doesn't even make sense. See, that's what the whole thing, it doesn't. I texted your mom in heaven.
Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Pat Beverly. Yeah. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
I do like him. Lockdown defender. He always looked like he was having a good time. Always intense. Kind of a team leader guy. Until he did that, then I was like, yeah, I don't want that guy around anymore.
And then he went to the Bulls. All he wanted to do was play for his hometown team, and they shit on him too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, fucking Bulls. I got another one. Brian Wilson died.
Yeah.
One of the great musical geniuses.
The guy that Bare Naked Lady song was about.
Yep.
The what song was about?
Drove downtown in the rain.
The Naked
by
Bare Naked Lady song.
$900 million?
No. Yeah, that one.
And you know what's great about that song? It talks about how crazy he was sitting in his sandbox writing songs. It even says it in the song. I mean, the guy was more of a composer than a rock star. Especially in his mid-20s after they got done with all the surf music and the cars and everything. It's kind of fitting, though. It's the end of an era.
I can't believe he lived that long for all the drugs that dude did.
He did a bunch of drugs when he was young, yeah. He probably still was
dropped
doing
a lot of heroin and acid. That dude, acid.
But
I mean, whatever.
The Beach Boys were the epitome of California in its prime. Fast cars, hot women, surfing, having fun, living the beach lifestyle.
And
I mean, California was it. People were flocking to go there just to, get a part of the American dream. People came from all over the world to go to California in the 60s, 50s.
Right.
And now Brian Wilson's dead along with California.
Right.
It's just a dump now. People are shitting on the streets.
Right. If it wasn't for the Pet Sounds album, there would be no Beatles.
Well, the Beatles would still be there, but it wouldn't. Sgt. Pepper's.
Right.
Yeah. And funny thing about Pet Sounds is it wasn't very popular at the time.
No. And
the record companies didn't even want to release. They didn't even get it. He was way too far ahead of his time.
Way too far.
He was lucky he was already famous. I watched a show about him the other day, and he's writing these surf songs and stuff. He's like 18, and he's writing these songs, and he starts producing them. I think he did Pet Sounds. I want to see he was like 26, 25. And I mean, some of the greats with, God Only Knows, Wouldn't It Be Nice, Good Vibrations, Sloop John B, all in that is amazing.
It's too bad that he was, they were found guilty of plagiarizing Chuck Berry, but
Surfing USA. Yeah.
So
Chuck Berry's name's on it, but maybe later.
Later on, you had to sue him.
Yeah.
But
it's like Sweet Little 16 and Surfing USA.
To go along with deaths, D. Wayne Lucas died today.
Yeah, I saw that just
Kentucky Derby horse trainers,
oh really?
$310 million in earnings. So he was
like 4,900 wins or something like that.
Right.
Crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Horse. I guess you call them horse racing royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few lately. I mean, I don't even have them all written down here.
Dave Parker.
Dave Parker yesterday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Cobra.
A month before the Hall of Fame. Poor guy.
Fucking just like Santo.
Yeah. Hall of Fame.
At least
how many times he?
At least he knew he was going in.
Right.
That's
like
a good thing.
15 times he didn't make it. Yeah. Finally gets in and dies right before it.
Right.
And he's had Parkinson's stuff, so he wasn't going to make it much longer. They knew that.
Oh yeah, he had Parkinson's.
Yeah, he was going to be dead.
Do you think it was the smoking or the coke?
Right, both. I mean, those guys did a lot of drugs back in that late 70s, early 80s at Major League Baseball. I mean, those clubhouses, like what were you saying earlier? There people going in there trying to get a piece of pizza.
Right.
Back then, they probably had like amphetamines and cocaine lined up.
They had amphetamines up until the early 70s?
Yeah.
I thought there was like bowls of them laying around.
Yeah, football was all the way into the mid 70s.
Same way, yeah. Jesus.
And, they lived a great life, those guys. That's why I don't see why they complain. Oh, we got CT, or you know what? Chris Borland quit. You could quit too.
Right. Spielman quit.
Yeah, a lot of guys did early before they became vegetables or
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
It's a tough life, man. It is. They get paid. I mean, the NBA thing's ridiculous. I mean, Bobby Portis just got $44 million or something. He's barely better than Timmy.
Timmy.
He's a little meaner than Timmy, though.
His eyes aren't as big.
I know, right?
Timmy's eyes aren't as big as his.
They could be.
My ugly is I get it and I don't get it. And I'll explain why. The Justin Turner playing at all for the Cubs. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm done with it. Today he made an error at first base. It was a throwing error by Dansby Swanson. Michael Bush would scoop the ball. This adds to Jameson Teone's pitch count.
Right.
That home run might not have happened if Teone had 7 or 8 less pitches.
Yeah.
This is part of the game. I understand. I got it right here. He's batting .264 against lefties. Michael Bush is batting .105. I understand it's a big discrepancy.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to hit against.
Yes, and I understand that going into the game. Now he is 6 for 12 against this. Who pitched? Like Framber Valdez.
Yeah, Framber.
He's 6 for 12 Turner against this guy career. I get it. I understand. We have to look at numbers.
Why don't you DH him then?
Play my third. Started Birdie Day at third. Put Bush at first then.
Yeah, good call.
Fine.
Right.
Or DH and put Suzuki and give fucking Happ a rest. Or Pete Crow, who had a terrible weekend.
Yeah. Crow needs a rest.
Yeah, because when the ball was hit, I'm listening on the radio, and Pat Hughes goes, "Oh, a nice play at first." So, it got away from him. That'll be an error. And the way Pat Hughes said it, it should have been scooped. Okay, so that just I'm done with. I've seen like him make like 3 or 4 plays that he should have made at first.
Yeah, he cost him a game a couple weeks ago on bad play.
That was that extra inning game against somebody. They lost an extra innings in the game. Yeah, and that team is too good defensively to be losing games defensively. Right. That's what I think. So I'm done with it. Right. He's 43 years old, 42, 41, what the fuck he is. And I like the guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. Right. He's
redheaded. That's enough for me.
I don't get why Bush isn't playing full time. Period.
Let him tag hacks against lefties.
Right. Did he earn that last year? Playing
he's playing well.
Right.
Yeah, he's mashing the ball against. Then he comes in, been out for a second because of righties, and he comes in and he pops out. Well, of course he's not gonna.
He's not used to
no rhythm.
Yeah, let him play the whole fucking game.
Pinch hitting is an old man's thing. But it takes a lot of mental.
Yes. I mean, he played the rest of the game, but he only has 2 at bats. I mean, let him play the game.
It's hard enough to DH.
Yes.
But much less pinch hit, walk up.
I mean, I'm fine with Turner coming in and taking a swing in that situation.
That's exactly.
Yes, because he's mentally better for that.
Yep. He's been in those situations.
Yes. Right.
I don't get him starting at first base from it at all. It makes no sense when you have all these young guys that can play defense.
Right.
And then he had, I don't know. I don't know. And like today, then he bring in the kid.
Lucky we got a podcast so you can get your anger right.
The other kid, I like him too. The third baseman. What's
Shaw?
No.
Oh, the black kid.
Yeah.
Who's this?
What's his name? He's fat. He's good. He can run.
Hitter.
He can run the bases.
Yeah.
On the Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch hitter. He
I didn't watch
outfield.
the game.
He plays infield, outfield. Too,
yes,
right?
he played third.
Is Vital Brujan?
Yeah.
Brujan,
so they bring him in to pinch hit instead of Shaw. Now I know Shaw's. Fuck that. Shaw's been hitting the ball. Bring him in.
Right.
What are you doing?
Shaw's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting the ball hard, but at people.
That's fine.
It's gonna come around.
Yeah.
That was the old Mark Grace thing.
Yeah.
He always hit the ball hard.
And I get it.
Slump buster.
And I get it. It might be his. Nobody gets a fucking day off, especially when you're fucking 20-some years old.
Right.
I agree. You don't need it.
You know what? It's your day off, but be ready. How's that sound?
Right.
Yeah, ask Hop. That's only for pitchers and other guys.
Pitchers get a day. No, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, if you pitch yesterday, if you're a bullpen guy, you pitched 25 pitched, okay, it's your day off. I get that.
And pitchers have a certain routine.
Yes, I get that. Yes.
So they throw every third day.
Perfect.
They run polls on certain days, and they hit the bike and they ride 12 miles, whatever.
Yeah.
They have a certain regimen.
Because they're weirdos.
Ball player, right.
Yes.
Pitchers are not.
They're weirdos.
They almost all are. Yeah. Ball players, though, should almost be playing every day.
I just think
you don't need a rest. I mean, maybe like take a Sunday game off because you get Monday off type thing and you get 2 days off.
Right.
But that should be pretty rare.
Because I was listening to radio, I'm going to the game on Tuesday, and they're facing the fucking lefty.
Let us know who's
I was like, God, son of a bitch.
Well, if you go, I was going to say they're not playing Detroit. I was going to say Detroit would.
Who are they playing?
Cleveland.
It's Cleveland and St. Louis?
Yeah, at home.
Nice fucking back-to-back. That's a fucking
dude. They're
stretch.
getting their stretch up through the All-Star game is a
murderers. Yeah.
The Brewers have a tougher stretch at the end, though.
Do they?
Yeah.
Good.
They get a lot of games against the Cubs. They've got some bad matchups. The Mets coming up.
So I get to see Justin Turner and Brujan and all those guys next on Tuesday.
You get to see Justin Turner bobble another ball at first.
If he bobbles, I'm screaming at him. I swear to God.
Another shutout.
Right.
Oh, God.
Fucking.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. So that's my thing. I'm just sick of seeing Justin Turner.
Right. I have one more ugly.
And you guys agree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't understand why Bush isn't playing every day. Here,
let him learn how to hit.
Yeah, I mean,
seriously,
he was good enough last year to pretty much play every day. Like he didn't.
No, give him every couple. Like every third or fourth game against the lefty.
Here's the thing: if you're going to trade for a dude,
right,
and put him in a spot,
it can't be a platoon.
I agree.
Right.
And he's good enough to play.
Yeah.
And his glove's good enough to play every day.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was saying too.
Right.
You think there's more of a chance if you went 4 lefties in a row. Do you think there's more chance he's going to hit a home run in one of those games or Turner?
Him. Hands down.
He's going to, even if he got lucky.
And if you're going to allow Ian Happ and Pete Crow to shit the bed the whole weekend,
Yeah.
he should fucking play that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's my feeling. And I'm not being a dick on Ian Happ or Pete Crow. Everybody's going to hit slumps. I get it. Let him have a day. Let him have his day.
Yeah, Crow's
Turner got
slumps.
1 hit today,
Right.
and had an error.
That's
I'd
not
rather
worth
have
it.
him not make the error, and Tam might not get that home run, but they play extra innings, might win the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe Butch hits home run.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I agree.
So whatever.
I agree.
Whatever. I know. Hindsight's 20/20. I get the whole thing, and same stuff, but I just don't. I just whatever. Okay, go ahead. What are we talking about now?
Son of a bitch.
I'm all fired up.
I know. I need to go out and get some fresh air.
I need a cigarette. I need a smoke.
I would love a cigarette. Right now. Well, let's talk about the Cubs. Like,
Oh God. Okay. Yes. Talk about the Cubs.
Jed's in a free agent year. Do you think Jed's earned an extension?
Yeah, I don't see what the Cubs fans hate him.
If they keep Tucker, because that's my point.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Watching Cam Smith this weekend. If they don't keep Tucker,
Right.
that sucks. Cam Smith looked good
Yeah.
this weekend.
I'm
I'm just saying.
I know, and their problem with Cam Smith is
But the
they
thing
had
is,
they had to trade him or Shaw. They chose Shaw, or vice versa, or the Astros said we didn't want Shaw, we want Cam Smith.
No.
They were going to have to give up one of those guys.
But the saying they could have kept both and not got Tucker. They don't
Right.
keep Tucker past this year. You could have kept Cam Smith
Yeah,
and
but
had
they're
Shaw.
they're not that good of a they're not as good a team without Tucker in that lineup. They're going to be like you said, they got to keep Tucker because
That's what I mean. If they keep Tucker,
next year that lineup is not as good.
they're tied together. If Tucker stays,
That's
Jed
fine.
stays.
Jed stays.
If Tucker goes, you can't keep him. You fuck it up. Jed goes.
I agree.
That's my feeling.
That good call. Let's go with that on the Basement Benchwarmers.
What do you think, Tim? What do you think? Just take Tucker out of the equation. I will too. I think he deserves to stay because
Right.
he's done a good job putting this roster together.
I mean, yeah.
When he was getting shit about this a couple of years ago.
Right. Signed Shota.
Yeah.
Who's the other left-hander this year?
Steele.
No, the kid's pitching on Tuesday. Boyd.
Yeah, so
Right.
he's got Steele. He picked up Imanagi. He picked
Right.
up
Even the tie-in.
Boyd.
Yeah, even the tie-in.
Tyon's a good move.
Well, who's the other guy that's been pitching for him too? Ray's been
The old-
okay.
The old Brewers guy. He's going to
He's
start. getting hit.
okay.
Pomegranate or whatever his name is.
Pomerantz, yeah,
Right.
he's the only guy in. Knock on wood, has a 0 ERA still.
Yeah.
Only guy in the majors. He'll
Brad-
give up runs now. I said that.
Brad Keller. They've
Right.
done
Yeah.
well with the
I mean,
Kansas City guy.
Think about how bad that bullpen was last year to
It-
now.
And it was fixed quietly.
Right.
We all thought it was garbage.
And now Palencia they traded for too, or
Right.
they picked him
Yeah.
up off the. Where'd they get? He was traded for.
Pearson was traded.
Yeah,
for.
I believe so. Was he, or was he a Cub guy?
Not Palencia was a draft pick or
No.
a signing.
And they got Porter Hodge back too now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what do you guys think about Ben Brown? The whole getting sent down thing.
I don't mind it.
I want to see him send down Horton soon whenever they get
Yeah.
Imanaga back.
Well,
or Imanaga's back.
If
now.
if he looks bad, he's pitching Thursday
Who
again.
is?
Horton.
Yeah, I'd like to see him sent down because I do have him in some leagues where I could put him in the minor leagues. In
You know what I was thinking? What might happen to Tyon? I think after today, do you think he should get an IL stint just to get a rest?
Yes.
Just have him miss a start. The old shoulder thing.
I don't know if they got anybody to replace him right now. They're hurt.
Well, you bring Ben Brown back for a start.
Do that.
I don't know how many times. I know there's a thing about how many times you bring guys back and forth. That's the whole trick to that. I get that, but
He was in the Andrew Chafin deal
oh, he was.
Yeah, so he was. Yeah, they picked him up.
from the A's.
You know.
There you go.
So what do you think? If there's room, do you think you give him a rest and bring Ben Brown back up for a start? And then,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's
my whole thing was splitting Horton. We've talked about this before. Me and Timmy have
Horton and Brown.
splitting Horton and Brown in a game. So instead of having a 6-man rotation, you do a 5-man rotation with 6 starters. Is that 5th game you have Horton throw 3 innings, you have Brown throw 3 or 4, and you can let, if they're pitching really good, you let them go another inning or two.
Right.
And you're essentially having 1 starter for 2.
Right.
And if they pitch good, you could use the other guy in the
What game did they did that with Brown where he was they had
they did with Horton his first start.
They did with Horton his first start, and I think they did Brown his first start.
Or maybe
of the year,
both guys
too.
did the first start. It was,
Right.
yeah.
Which I'm fine with because now they're going to have, when Imanaga comes back and they're going to be. here's the other
Imanaga
thing.
got 1 start already, right?
They're trading for.
He looked
they're-
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked great. They're trading for a starting pitcher here.
So there's a guy, a guy that I like. I like him a ton. If you guys listen to ESPN 1000 at all, Jesse Rogers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Did you see his quote this week?
No.
He said if the Cubs are serious about winning, they'll go out and get a closer.
I agree.
And make Palencia their hold guy.
Him and Hodge coming in.
You make it a matchup thing.
Right.
And then Presley's pitching in the fourth. Presley's their only, and he's pitched pretty well.
Presley could be a setup man. You could use all those guys, just interchange them.
They're all
and Council's good at that.
They're all right-handers though.
What Council wants to do, and he did it with the Brewers. He did it perfect when he had the guys.
Matchups.
6,
right?
7, 8, 9,
right?
That's what he wants.
Yeah, I agree.
And he did it great with the Brewers.
Right.
And that's what he's got this team almost there. He's almost got the team where he needs it. Just he doesn't have that 6 innings yet. From the pit starters, that's hard. Sometimes the starters don't get there.
He does well. He's got Ray. He's got Tyone. Tyone usually gets to about the 6th.
Right. He struggles last 3 starts though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why I think he needs a rest.
Right. Imanaga can get you those.
Get there, yeah.
Steele could have, but he's out for the year.
Right.
They got to go out and get one more pitcher.
So what my idea was this: let's just say on Thursday,
what closers are available?
No, what my question was this: on Thursday, let's say Horton struggles. Okay, you send him down.
Probably bring Brown back up.
Tyone gets his IL stint, or you keep him up. Tyone gets his IL stint. Then you got Brown to take Tyone's next start. Cadorn gets another start. If he struggles another start back to back, you send him down, bring Tyone back up.
Okay.
Or back out of IL, just to get him that rest.
Who's the other pitcher that the Cubs have at AAA that's their next prospect? Is it?
Well, Assad's there from last year.
Yeah, he's still banged. He got hurt again, right?
Yeah.
Something happened. And he's solid.
Yeah, he's all right.
When he's healthy.
He's a number 5.
He's actually better than Colin Ray, I think, to be honest.
Who's the other lefty?
When he's on.
The other lefty I had heard too with the glasses.
I don't know.
The glass? Was it? Not us.
You're saying a AAA?
Isn't Assad Isn't it the Assad guy?
Assad's got glasses.
Assad's a righty.
Yeah, but he's a righty.
Yeah. Glasses. I can't think of a glasses guy. Nerd. Looks like a nerd to me.
No, I like that.
Look like a nerd.
I like that idea. I mean, they're going to go get a starter for sure.
Yeah,
So who are we looking at? I mean, obviously.
Skubal?
Yeah, that would be a good move. I would give up probably 2 prospects in the 8 to 12 range in the yeah.
And Cubs fans are still be mad.
They would. That's our future.
That's our future.
But just another guy's gonna blow out his arm. It's so true. I can't even read the Cubs boards. These guys are. I hate to use this term, but it's the R word. They are horrible.
Oh God. Well, so we got
Jordan Wicks.
Oh, Wicks.
Yeah. He was a first round pick, but he's not. I mean, he's all right. You could bring him up for a start, though. Get 5 innings out of him.
I think
they got to go get Alcantara is the big name.
What's worrying me now is just the Cubs are playing very, very. They're just playing so like on the line right now, and the Brewers and Cardinals are playing so good right now. Yeah. That's the problem.
It's crazy how good they're playing.
Both teams, it's like what happened?
Right.
It's like the switch. It just flipped.
Well, you look at the Brewers. It's like who's carrying him? Joey Ortiz.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that can't hit as good as
Bryce Terang.
Well, how funny is it? The first month of the season, they couldn't score any fucking runs. They were getting shut out all the time.
Now they're the Yankees of 1920,
yeah, exactly.
27.
Yeah.
It's like murderers row.
Right. They bring up.
You got Terang, Churio, right. Joey Ortiz, Garrett Mitchell right in a row.
That'd be funny. The only guy that worried me in lineup to start day was Churio. That's the only guy.
Right.
Just pitch around him.
Yelich is on his way to his third MVP here.
Yeah. Well, he's healthy finally. You know.
Yeah. What was he injured with?
He had back surgery last year.
He shouldn't be able to come back from that, but he's a Brewer, so he'll come back.
Yeah, it's just insane.
If a Cub player got injured.
And then listen to the Cardinals game. We listened to my work a couple times. I watched a couple this week, and just looking at the lineup of the Cardinals, I'm like,
right?
Who? What am I watching here? And then crack. I'm like, okay.
Who's the third baseman? Arenado, right?
Arenado.
That
play
he
made
is huge.
Oh,
I didn't realize how big he was.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah.
He made that play the other day. Was unbelievable.
I think he was again. He was on first base with Turner.
Yeah.
And Turner's tiny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. And he was at the trade block at the beginning of the season. I'm like, Like, too bad that they wouldn't make that trade. The Cardinals would.
Somebody just turned off.
Wrong
the
one.
mic.
Wrong one.
Okay.
I was trying to.
He's like, oh, I've been
Power go out
censored again.
Well,
medical malpractice.
You know, I'm glad they didn't get him because I like Shaw. Yeah. I like what Shaw's done, and he's.
Well, you could have just kept Paredes at that point, you know, or
Paredes is
his numbers are as good as Arenado's, but not defensive.
Yeah.
Arenado's
well, Shaw.
That one that he took that two-hopper the other day.
I think Shaw's defense is incredible.
Yeah.
Like I said a few weeks ago when I think we were just talking about it, not even doing the show. I said if his defense stays like that, he bats just 250. I'm keeping him.
Right.
He can stay there batting 250 and get 25 home runs out of him for a year, and which it's going to take time. But
that's probably the reason they kept him over Cam Smith too.
Cam Smith, though, I just like the way he looks at the plate too. He looks comfortable now. He looks like he's
hitting like 270.
Like I said, though, I'm fine with this. But if they don't keep, like I look at this, if they don't keep Tucker, then it's a shame.
Right. Unless you win this year, but I don't.
And they could. It's like the Chapman deal. That's fine then.
Right.
You sell your soul, and then if they let Tucker walk, I don't care. I honestly don't. I mean, that's fine. Let him walk.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna don't. But I like Tucker. The thing about Tucker too, he just something about him. I don't like his attitude's weird. He just seems to be that guy,
He's a
like
rich guy.
Well, it's like all these guys. You watch these guys do things like Nico Horner is that guy. You watch him.
They want to get rid of him all the time.
But you look at him. He's a guy you want on your team.
Half's the guy you want to get rid of every year.
You kind of look at him when they get on base and they're all like into it. Right. And then you do all these teams do this stupid crap. Yeah, they're all into it. And then Tucker gets on base. Am I wrong?
No. You think he's too laid back?
No, I just think he doesn't. I think he's like, I don't think he likes it there. I don't think he likes Chicago one bit. I don't think he stay. I don't think there's rumors about he don't like Chicago one bit.
Really?
Yeah. And not the team. He just wants to be somewhere else.
He wants to be down south.
Where's he from?
Atlanta area. So would he do a flip and go back to Atlanta? Say screw it, I'm gonna go back. Yeah.
Was he from? Did he play in Atlanta?
Yeah, he was.
No, his brother was.
No, he played for the Braves.
No, he's always
for a minute, right?
He came up with the Stros. I'm pretty sure.
I think he played for the Braves for a minute, didn't he? Or maybe not.
No, his brother did.
Oh, okay.
Who's his brother?
Tucker.
Tucker?
Tim Tucker? Tim Tucker for Family Guy? Is that his name? No, is that his name?
Let me look it up.
News.
Tom Tucker. We were on the same page. Right. I thought he played for the Braves. Yeah, you're right. Just
what are we looking up?
So maybe he want to go to the Braves. You're right. I just don't feel. I liked. Don't get me wrong. He mashes a baseball. I mean, him in that lineup.
He's a top.
He makes everybody better. That's the problem with he makes the lineup better.
You got to go get another.
And he plays a good outfield.
Yeah, or you got to go get somebody that can hit as good as him, which Judge.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Soto.
There's not guys out there laying around. I don't want Soto. He's lazy. And you want Soto?
He's having a rough. No, but that's what you'd have. There's only like 5 or 6 guys in
How about Cruz from Pittsburgh?
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the problem. You have to overpay Tucker now. You really do. I mean, and I don't think he's had an injury.
So Kyle's from Tampa, like everybody else.
Okay, Tampa. So he's not going to want to play for Tampa.
But he grew up in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure.
And they're not going to pay him anyway. Tampa's not going to pay him.
Oh no,
the Marlins not going to pay him, so he's not going to Florida.
From Tampa. Why did we say Atlanta?
Because I thought he was from Atlanta. I thought we talked about this before. So Atlanta would make sense. Close to Tampa. Best team near him.
Right.
Or back to Houston. I don't know.
Let's see. Personal life. Is Preston Tucker was drafted by the Astros. Yeah, so a bunch of shit.
So
yeah, Preston played for the Reds, the Astros, and the Braves.
He played for the Braves. Okay, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, so they're from Tampa.
So the only place Tucker's played, Kyle Tucker, is for the Cubs and Astros. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So strip clubs and hot dogs.
What? Yeah. So why? I can't believe the Astros would get rid of him. They're nuts.
Money.
Nuts.
They cut a lot of payroll.
I would dump Altuve over him in a heartbeat.
So who's going to take him?
That's the problem. I couldn't get rid of him.
Right.
Cheater.
I mean,
it's a worst guy to hit.
Take him.
It's a worst guy to hit a home run and beat you is him. Right. I don't like that dude one bit.
He can play.
Dude,
he's a scrappy home
cheater.
Run.
Fuck Patrick Reed.
Cheater. Not him.
Yeah, Patrick Reed is a cheater.
You talking about Patrick Reed? How's that getting a cut? So, anyways, they got pitching coming up. They're gonna have to get a starting pitcher. Alcantara's the big name.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about
he's
this.
had 3 good throws.
You get him cheap, and if he works out awesome, we don't. It's not a big deal.
And it's funny. I talked about a guy weeks ago, Mitch Keller from Pittsburgh, which is interdivisional,
right?
But the Pirates will do that. They will. The Cubs. That was some of their best trades have been with the Pirates over the last. You
would think they would learn.
Quit trading with the Cubs. Right. Every guy.
Haramis, Randall Simon, Kenny Lofton. That was basically the team that got him to the playoffs that year.
Who's their closer? Is it Bernard, Bedlam?
Bednar.
Yeah.
Get both of those guys.
I don't like Bednar that much. He's not elite.
No.
I don't think he's elite. No, I don't know.
You know,
he's like, you know what he is? He's Presley.
You know, it'd be a big.
That's what I think he is.
A big splash.
If I jumped in a pool,
big splash. Mason Miller from the A's.
Oh, Mason Miller. He's the prize
because they love prospects over there, and the Cubs got prospects,
and they're going to a new stadium.
I know.
Trading Pete Crow. They need something shiny to put in center field in the new stadium. Trading me in Happ. Everybody wants Ian Happ.
Oh, shit.
See Nico on his power binge? We were talking about that.
Yeah, Nico's got the home runs in 3 straight games.
Right.
Well, until today.
Was he eating 2 bananas a day now, getting that power?
Good for him. That's my guy. Nico's my guy. He's a scrappy baseball player.
Yeah.
Very underrated Cub.
I'm
a defense.
Yep. He goes on the Cub he's like that Mark Grace type of guy. Just goes out and plays every day.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna have another question. What do you think? Not Nico. Ian Happ will be a top 10 Cub when his career is over.
No, not top 10. Not even close. Cubs have their history's huge.
Well, I mean,
just a question.
If you said top 10 in the last 30 years, or not even in our lifetime,
he's got 1,000 games played in the Cubs uniform.
Yeah.
How about if you did a all decade team?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be in there.
Well,
what
decade? The 20s. Oh, what are the 20s?
Well, 2010s.
The 10s, 20s.
Because you got to go.
Yeah.
Because he won a title, right? He was there at 16.
Yeah.
Was he on that team?
I think he's the last one.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he a bench guy then? No, was he on that team?
Let me look.
I don't think he was.
No.
Because the Fowler was in the outfield. And for sure he was out there. Schwarber started the year out there, but he got hurt. That's where he got hurt.
Schwarber
he may have played out there because Schwarber got hurt. Oh no, well Amora played off the bench out there.
Amora, god damn it, Amora was fucking great.
He was
17. He came up.
So
he just missed it. Yeah,
and he played. He played a full season that year. He had 24 home runs his rookie year.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, he's
a 20.
He was a second baseman that year too.
Tell you one thing, he's a guy that this year he's benefited from Kyle Tucker too.
Yeah,
huge.
That's what I'm saying. The problem is, if you look at Tucker and Suzuki, they both get on base a lot.
Suzuki, yeah, I like Suzuki too. He's just learned how to be a hitter now too.
Power. Those first 4 or 5 guys are tough to get through on that Cubs lineup right now.
They got Swanson at 4 now.
Tucker gets on base. Oh yeah, then Pete Crow's at 5.
Yeah.
They keep moving them around. They can't make up their mind.
Well, they flipped that 4 and 5 a lot. Swanson was down at 8. Now he's at 4. I don't know.
I saw this on Instagram from one of the Cubs sites. What about if Manny Machado was available?
No.
He
doesn't fit that team.
Yeah,
because I mean Shaw's sitting then.
Because Manny Machado's power is not as much as it used to be,
right?
And I don't a lot.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, if he was hitting on pace to hit 50 home runs, 45, I would think. But I just want Shaw to develop, keep playing him there.
Yeah, you're winning with him now.
Yeah, right. But if he was going to come in and add 25 home runs the rest of the year, I'd be I'd debate it because he's a good third baseman, Machado. Right. He can play over there.
Oh yeah, he's solid.
But like you said, the money thing too. You still gotta pay Tucker somehow, and the Cubs some reason don't want to pay the fucking luxury tax. I don't know why.
Yeah,
they don't have enough money
because they break even.
Yeah, because they break even.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't take from the neighborhood account. We only take from the stadium account.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, and all the uniforms. That's a different account. All those Pete Crow uniforms we just sold.
Those uniform accounts, that's like $8 a letter.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, we're not gonna have Pearl Jam again next year.
Yeah. For the 80th time in a row. No Grateful Dead.
No, yeah, they're there all the time too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so hopefully they get it right. This week's a big 7 game. 7? Is it? They got St. Louis for 4 games this weekend again?
I think so.
Oh, no. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 6 games they got.
They're off tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, they're off tomorrow. So 6 games. 3 Cardinals, 3 Cleveland. Tuesday starts Cleveland. So let's hope they can get the ship kind of righted. They did okay on the they won. No, they were 3-4 on this road trip.
Why do I feel like they just played Cleveland? Were they at Cleveland at some point this year? This is the first time they played.
This is the first time they play them. Yeah, this year I think. They did play like. Don't they do this reverse? Like next year they'll be at Cleveland.
Sure.
Because Detroit was here last year and they went to Detroit.
I don't know how it works.
I think they do something like Detroit for sure because we went there. I think we saw them here last year.
Me and Timmy went and saw them at Detroit.
Yeah, you guys saw them.
Yeah, that was the last game they lost, and then they
and Baez got benched, and he's never going to play again for Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, and Torkelson hit a home run there. I remember too.
And the guys behind us fell asleep.
Yeah, because they were Detroit fans and their team sucks so bad.
And then they went on a 80-game winning streak.
Right.
Yeah,
they won 100 games since then.
They've won. They're
100. Have.
Yeah.
They're 100 in their last 62.
Yeah.
Yeah. 101. That's pretty good.
Right. Good for them.
Oh my god. What else we got here?
NBA. Let's talk about
Julius
the NBA.
Randle. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 3 years, 100 million. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap though.
Why didn't the Bucks sign him?
It's funny because they kind of soured on him in the playoffs. He didn't play that well.
Yeah, he got disappeared a little bit.
Right.
He was good in the first game, I think, of that series, and you never saw him again.
They adjusted and just fucking shut him down.
Yeah.
Did he start with the Lakers?
He was drafted by the Lakers.
Yeah, he was okay with them.
And then he went to Minnesota. Does that sound right? Or no, to New Orleans?
He was good in his second stop. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
He became good in fantasy. That's one reason I know.
You went to New Orleans, then he went to New York, and then he went to Minnesota.
Okay, that's
he was awesome in New York. New York, he was awesome.
Yeah, New York, he was great.
And then he got to Minnesota. He was still good in Minnesota.
Yeah, he was in the cat track. Yeah, that was a weird, good trade for both teams.
It was like apples for apples.
Right.
It's weird how some of these guys get traded. And I mean, how does Shea get traded and end up the MVP a few years later? How do they not know they have an MVP?
They knew. You talked to Doc Rivers, like he didn't want to make that trade, but fucking Kawhi wanted George, and Oklahoma City insisted to have Shea because he was their number one guy for that draft, and they couldn't get him. So but that shit happens. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you got to know you have. I mean, an MVP is a lot different than just having a guy that's a fifth man or a sixth man.
Well, that trade's fucking horrible. They still have like 2 more picks to convey to them. So,
well, Paul supplied like 2 of the teams in this playoffs. Yeah. Indiana too.
Yeah, Indiana got a couple players out too. Draft picks or straight up players.
Well, where the hell did Burton come from? He was on another team too.
He was on Sacramento.
Yeah,
he was there for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And they had him and they had Sabonis at the same time, right?
Who?
Sabonis and him at the same time.
I thought he was in the Sabonis trade.
Oh, okay, he was.
But they had who's the guy that they traded to San Antonio, Sacramento? They had Fox.
Yeah.
And they didn't think they could coexist.
Jesus,
that's why Sacramento makes the playoffs once every 30 years.
Since Vladi was there.
We were talking about this draft, and I don't remember who. Oh, I was talking with Keith, who used to be in our fantasy basketball league with Russ.
Okay.
And the NBA drafts for need right at that moment, and that's how Jordan got passed over for the first pick. It's like, well, we can't put him with Drexler.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
You could have had Jordan and Drexler.
Because it was such a different game. Yeah.
I mean, they do it now. They're picking for what they currently need. It seems like they're chasing their own tail all the time.
Right. And they're picking for potential as well instead of taking.
Well, that's the other thing which I said earlier.
Right.
They're picking these guys trying to hit the next lottery.
Right.
Like, I got no kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're not playing in the, how do you only have 2 rounds and 15 of those guys in 2 rounds? That's 60 players. And 15 to 20 aren't even playing in the NBA ever.
Yeah, I think
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I kind of get the part of foreign players, though, and I'm not just defending. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's a lot of foreign players.
The foreign players I get because they are way more versed in just skills like that, playing basketball. These guys in the guys that play in the NBA, they don't know how to play team basketball. They're terrible at team basketball.
But they're taking
when they come up.
But they're taking a lot of these European players in the second rounds, and they're not even getting, and they're not even sniffing the NBA, or they don't even. Maybe they don't even come here. I don't know.
A lot of
but you start
a lot
looking
of it's money, saving money, because it doesn't hold against your cap if you don't have a player signed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you hold your rights for 7 years. So I mean,
yeah, I keep seeing all these. You go back like 5 years in these drafts, and there's 12 players that didn't even never played a game in the NBA.
Right.
How? There's only 2 rounds.
Right.
And some teams may do it on purpose just because they have to draft somebody. They don't care.
That's a worse record than Major League Baseball with theirs, and they pick hundreds of players every year.
I mean, look at the Bucks. Like, I don't understand a team that needs talent.
When's the last player they drafted that's been actually done anything?
AJ Green.
AJ Green.
So 2 years ago.
How about Jackson? Was he one of their picks?
Jaren Jackson. Yeah, he was 2 years. He was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So the last few picks have played for him.
Nawara.
Yeah, Nawara.
And he rarely played.
Yeah, he was okay. His offensive game is terrible. Plus, he gets lost sometimes.
Yeah.
His defense, he's good defensively, but he gets lost.
I'm trying to think
You
of
just
some of
know.
their picks. So the only guys they got only 2 or 3 guys left. Giannis.
Right.
Yeah, Giannis. Portis was a
bull
trade. Lopez was a pickup. He's gone probably though. Trying to think of the starters. Lillard was a pickup.
Connaughton.
Connaughton was draft pick.
Was he one of their draft?
Connaughton had been drafted
9 years ago.
Yeah, he was draft pick.
And they just re-signed him.
Middleton was a trade when he was there. I'm just trying to think who played.
Middleton was a great trade though.
Yeah. Under the radar type of trade.
That was the Jennings trade.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Connaughton played baseball, so
trying to think of their bench right now. A lot of those guys on their bench, the 3 or 4 guys. That Porter was a trade.
Trent.
Right.
Trent was a trade. It's only like 5 guys on our team now are draft picks, which ain't bad.
No.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
But they're not. Well, I must say they're not impact. They're not, but they are impact players. They're all play. But Connaughton will be gone. Probably. Well, I don't know if Connaughton will be gone.
Just signed a 3-year extension
with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, I just saw, or maybe it's just 1 year, but I thought it was 3. Let me look it up.
Well, they could be getting ready to trade these guys too. That's why you sign them extensions too. You never know with the Bobby Portis deal.
Right. So Lillard was a trade. Giannis draft pick. Kuzma trade. Lopez was a free agent signing.
Yeah, they're free agent. Yeah.
Portis was a trade or free agent signing. Connaughton was a draft pick. Porter was a trade. AJ Green was a draft pick. Jericho Sims was a trade. Torian Prince was a signing or trade?
Yeah, he was
a trade.
He was on a draft pick. Yeah.
Gary Trent was a free agent deal.
Yep, that was last year.
1 year. Yeah. Jackson was a Andre Jackson, Chris Livingston, Tyler Smith, Ryan Rollins was a trade.
Rollins, yeah, that was the other one.
Pete Nance.
Jackson was a trade?
No, Jackson was a draft pick.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nance.
Jackson and Livingston. Which I can't believe Livingston hasn't gotten more time. He was good.
He's played off and on, but not lots.
Tyler Smith was a draft pick. I
don't
think.
even know who that is.
Ryan Rollins was a trade. Stanley Umde, don't know who that is. Pete Nance and Jean-Marie Bovia. Don't know who that is.
No. So Connaughton just picked up his own player option. This is the last of his 3-year, $28
so
million.
he can still be traded.
Yeah, he can be traded.
It's about worth, I think, $9 million.
Any kind of dead money is to like an asset. So,
so Portis could still be traded, I guess. Just signing him doesn't mean anything, but I'm guessing he's staying because they say he might be
3
there.
years.
I
Yeah.
saw he might be a center. Their center this year.
Who the Bucks draft this year?
Some. It's fucking great. I need it.
I love that. Dingus Pingus. And he got traded.
Yeah, and it's just, it doesn't make, they did the same thing last year. They drafted someone and it didn't, it was someone that couldn't help them right away. Like,
he's a 7-footer. That's all I know. That can shoot, I guess.
That's what Jace said.
Oh boy.
Jace knows more about.
There's a dime a dozen 7-footers that can shoot.
Yeah, Nurkic just got traded today too.
I know.
Joseph Nurkic.
Yeah. I can't remember where he got traded to.
I can't either. I just saw it though real quick when I was watching golf and.
Well, at least the King signed for enough money that he can help the Lakers sign it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. What? Took his 1 year option, 56.
54 million. Like, hey, I'm a billionaire, and if I'm the greatest on the planet, why am I trying to help to win another title
in the future of that team too? You can set him up for the future this year too if you let him.
Right. Sign for the vet minimum, and
because he doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Well, doing that, I'd trade it. I wouldn't even sign his kid. I'd trade his kid.
Yeah,
that'd be done tomorrow.
I agree. I actually saw a title of an article. What was it? Cooper Flag versus Bronny coming up, and it's like, what? Cooper Flag is a basketball player. Bronny is a kid.
Yeah, Cooper Flag's a basketball player. Bronny is fucking DEI.
Cooper Flag had a.
It's not even DEI. It's not even. It's worse.
Cooper Flag had to earn his way. Had to work his way through the. Yeah. Hey, so what's your take on Ace Bailey? That fella.
I'm glad he got his comeuppance. The Shedeur Sanders thing, but he was actually better than like a Shedeur.
I think it's unfortunate that if he's paying attention to this man who's not even a certified agent, that, it's going to cost him, because he's already got a reputation, no matter what happens from this point on.
So what's the story? He's been following the advice of
He's been following the advice of this dude. He's not a certified agent by the union or anything.
So he's some AAU coach or something type guy.
Family friend, just could be whatever.
So I saw a thing where he said, I surround myself with a circle of people to do everything for me. And it's like, dude, don't do that. You'd rather be Ray Allen, where he was, taking care of everything on his own than.
Right.
He sounds like he's a moron. He's going to get screwed over.
Right. Again, it's the culture of these kids are trying to build a brand instead of playing team basketball.
Yep.
Is exactly what it is. So
I agree.
He wanted to be in a situation where he could build his brand, and he thought that Washington could be that place, which if you're a basketball player, that Washington is not a place to go build your brand.
Plus, it's ghetto. It's just trash. Washington's a horrible city.
Right. Utah, even though it's Utah, it's probably the best place for him to land, because he's going to get playing time. He's going to be. Will Wade's a great. Not Will Wade. Will Hardy. Will Hardy's a coach in Utah.
Yeah.
Great coach. Player development's awesome. Danny Ainge has got a plan.
Well, look at Walker Kessler. Was a late round pick,
right.
Late second round pick.
Right.
He's a stud.
Yeah, and they just traded.
Because they went for a guy that actually had talent,
right.
That they knew was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's unfortunate again. I think it's the NIL culture where they're trying to build a brand instead of trying to be the best team basketball player. And not saying he played at Rutgers and that was a terrible team. Like,
how was we talked about this the other day as well?
Right.
How is that team? They had the second and fifth picks in the draft.
Yeah.
And they had another guy drafted, their fifth year senior or whatever too, I believe, right? And they were under 500.
They were terrible.
Because again, they're not playing team basketball.
Exactly.
They're trying to, like you said, I didn't watch Rutgers play.
Right.
But I'm going to guess that they were playing for their brand.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. It's not easy like Duke does and like Kentucky does, and bringing in 5 freshmen every year that are studs and winning to get them to play team basketball. Duke does.
Duke does. Kentucky does. Well, Kentucky used to. Arkansas. How many guys from Arkansas got drafted this year?
I'm not sure.
Right. How many guys from Kentucky I know a couple guys from Kentucky got drafted, right?
Yeah.
Talk about it. They had nobody last year at this time,
Yeah.
Everyone left or got drafted, so.
And Duke had 2 guys in the top 5.
Right. Duke had their whole starting 5 drafted.
And they had 3 in the top 10.
Right.
Yeah, they all 5. But yeah, it's amazing. The Rutgers thing is that 2 guys in the top 5, you only make the tournament.
Yeah, they almost missed the Big Ten tournament.
How amazing is that?
They were in the bottom 3 of the Big Ten.
It's not unusual. I mean,
it's got to be
2 alpha. Well, tell me, who's the best player in Rutgers history? It's Rutgers. You know what I mean? It's not.
It doesn't matter. Who's the best player in Davidson's history? Seth Curry or Steph Curry or whatever.
Yeah, Seth Curry got that team to get the tournament. At least got a few games in the tournament.
They bought in. I mean,
Danny Manning took Kansas through a tournament. I mean, that's Kansas.
We see Oakland.
Carmelo Anthony took Syracuse to a win.
Yeah, because they played fucking zone defense. They never worked hard.
Yeah, but you Green Bay went there with Tony Bennett knocking down threes and his goofy shooting.
Fucking how about Bryce Drew?
Yeah,
another guy.
Dude, because they played team basketball, they bought in.
Yeah.
Just because you have 2, it's got to be hard. Like, you know, as a junior or senior at Rutgers, and these 2 freshmen come in and basically get handed over the keys. You know.
Yeah. Well, and that's the problem.
Right.
Why are you handing them the keys? Because they want these 2 top guys.
Right.
So what was the payoff for it? They paid these guys all that money to come in there, probably a bunch of NIL money.
Right. Well, that's not money that came from the school. That came from the collective. Remember, that's not
right.
It's not always school money.
So, but okay, but I'll consider that part of the Rutgers program.
Right.
What did they get out of getting these 2 top players? Nothing. They had a losing team. They fucking sucked.
They got all the notoriety for the year.
Now they're gonna have notoriety. 2 of their guys got drafted, and you can go look them up on Instagram.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
If they do something in the NBA, go, they used to play at Rutgers for 15 games.
Right. Now these kids know that if they can't get $3 million a year from,
well, now it's going to change.
They can go to Rutgers.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Right.
And they're going to lose again.
Yeah.
Because something's wrong with that program if that's the case.
And I should have put this in as my ugly as well too. I hate the winners and losers for the draft right after like.
Well, it's like every draft is so stupid.
Yeah. And especially for basketball, because you get some of these guys that you don't know what's going to happen. I'll tell you what.
Got any high motor guys in there?
Yeah, one of them went to Charlotte.
Yeah, high motor guy.
The kid that went to Memphis, that went to Washington State, I think Clark's his last name. He started as the Division III basketball player. Division III. So basically
Carthage.
Out west, and then followed the coach to Washington State. Did he go D2? No, he went D1. But got hurt and was the best player in the draft combine and stuff. And you listen to him, like he sounds like the most total team player.
You know why? Because it took him 5 years and he had to work at it to get to where he was.
Absolutely.
These guys that are 18 years old and you're just giving it to them.
Right.
Again, they don't play team ball. They don't even know how to play basketball.
Right.
Because the 3 previous years they've been, McDonald's All-Americans and AAU. You ever watch those games?
Oh yeah.
It's like they give the guy the ball on the inbound and he dribbles all the way up and takes some fucking goofy ass shot.
Right.
It's a brick.
Right.
And then they dribble down, the other team throws up another brick.
It's AAU basketball.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, when's my turn to get the ball? Right. So I can throw up my brick.
Yeah, I think really too, the Lakers signed I can't think of his name, went to Villanova, but he was the leading scorer in the nation last year.
Who did?
The Lakers. Undrafted free agent on a 2-way contract. So they had a comparison. I think the 14th pick, like 6'8" player, averaged 6.3 points for his only year in college. Mm-hmm. This dude that got signed by the Lakers
can score.
Led the nation in scoring. How are you not drafted? Because he's 24 years old.
And who cares about the age? I don't get the whole age thing.
I don't get it either.
They do it in football too. Oh, this guy's 24 years old. Who cares? You're only going to have him for 4 years anyways. He'll be 28 instead of 26.
Right.
You don't even have to re-sign him. He'll retire.
Right. Penix, who's the quarterback for Washington too. He's an older kid because he played 2 years at Arizona State.
The age thing is so stupid to me in these sports. In baseball, I can see it because it's a long road to get up to make it to the major leagues. But still, even then, who cares?
Yeah, but don't you think for baseball, like, because some kids like develop differently? Like,
for sure.
Doesn't it?
Especially catchers take a while too, and a lot of pitchers. But
and basketball players too. Like some of those, some of these 18-year-old kids aren't really like developed. Think about some of the kids.
None of them are.
Right. 19.
Kobe couldn't even get in right away when he got drafted at 18.
Playing for the Lakers.
Still. But it took him a couple years, didn't it? Really,
his second year he played.
Yeah,
it was a little bit in his first year.
Yeah, that draft was loaded too. That 90 probably like the best draft class ever.
Oh my! This is DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is gonna get his contract bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers and gonna become a free agent.
Shocker.
Yeah, so
you know who should sign him? Honestly, the Bucks.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
You know who he's gonna go to? The Lakers, because they need a center. He'd be perfect for them because he's not an offensive.
They can't afford him.
Sure, they could.
They paid Grandpa.
Ayton's a stud. He's
one dimensional.
He's weak. He's just like he's lazy.
He never saw. There was a story. He never saw snow. He got traded to Portland, and it snowed like one of the first few times he was there. He didn't know what to do. He freaked out. He had to call like the team and be like, "I've never seen snow. I don't know what to do." Like, it's funny.
Go out and make a snowball.
Right. Can you imagine never seeing snow and going out and driving?
That'd be crazy.
No.
That would be crazy though.
It's hard enough to go down to Illinois when it snows. Watch these people like acting like they just moved here from Columbia.
Right. So, free agency has been crazy so far, and it's gonna be crazier because, like, again, Ayton's gonna get bought out. Another guy in the market.
How come you didn't believe me when I said Boston's going to sell off everything, and you made a big thing out of it, and then Porzingis and or Holiday, then Porzingis?
Because I forgot they got new owners,
and now White they're talking about making.
Yeah, they should. I mean, really, what
might
they're
as well
doing,
blow it up now.
Yeah, I mean, what they're doing is just restocking for 26.
Yeah,
which makes sense. So I don't think they should. They should trade White. They keep Brown. I like the addition of the kid from Portland.
Simmons.
Yeah, because he's a bucket. So
I like him. He's
like
a scrapper.
Formula One.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of So I mean, they got to rebuild.
Right.
Well, don't they still have Pritchard and or Prickett?
Pritchard.
Right. Pritchard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got some talent.
They still do have talent, and really, I mean, depending, because the East is so open. The East, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
You're right, though. It's probably the Knicks and Detroit.
Yeah, Knicks, Detroit, and
Cleveland.
Yeah,
now they got
Cleveland.
Ball.
Who?
Ball.
Yeah.
How the hell?
Ball stays healthy. That's
right.
Where are they going to put him?
Second unit.
He is going to be a second unit.
He'd be perfect for the second unit for them.
Yeah.
Probably he'd be the sixth man of the year, probably.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think who their backup point, or they've got another point guard that was hurt.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
They have Garland and Mobley.
Garland. They're talking about moving Garland.
Yeah, if they move him, then Ball can move in that spot, and maybe that's what they'll do.
Garland was an all-star this year again.
Yeah.
I mean, the East will be interesting.
It's gonna be a mess.
And the thing with the Knicks too, like, again, and that's another thing too that could have been my bad, is the whole like, let's fire the coach that got us to the conference finals and not have a fucking plan.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're firing a coach, say what you want about Thibodeau, he gets results. And the thing is, you need to find a coach. They're going to be under so much pressure next year. Not just they have to go to the finals. They have to go to the finals to make that season successful, or else firing Thibodeau was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it made no sense. But like you said, it would make sense if within a week they hired a new coach.
They should have had a coach hired the next day.
Yeah, but they just fire him. Then they're sitting here.
Right.
You go to a draft without having a coach.
Right. Hey, Scott, can we interview Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, can we interview your coach?
Yeah, Darvin Ham.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc Rivers, you can have him. We'll give you a bag of balls, too.
Move Darvin up to the head coach.
Right.
Or who's their... Vin Baker's one of their coaches, too.
Yeah.
He can't be one of the top coaches, though.
No.
It'd be Darvin would be the number 2 guy.
And I think Darvin Ham deserves another
I agree.
shot.
Yeah, I think it was tough with LeBron James being your assistant.
Oh. And I think the Bucks fucked all that up, too, with Budenholzer, because I bet you that, because that's why Ham went back to Milwaukee, because Giannis loves it. I bet you that if Ham had gone.
He's a Milwaukee guy essentially. He's a buck.
Right. Well, I think he was on the staff with Jason Kidd too, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he was there at Budenholzer for a minute.
Right.
Yeah, so he goes out there for that job, and then it's like, what a mess.
You know, and that was the thing too. Like talk about Jason Kidd going to, you know, again they fucked that whole thing up. You know, I think Kidd wanted to go. I don't think he liked situation with Nico. Like I think the whole like Luka thing pissed him off.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think he had to go along with that. I don't think he likes the new ownership. I think he wanted to go to New York, and I think he would have took Giannis with him.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. He was Giannis' first coach when he got fired. Giannis is like, you want me to call the owner and tell him to unfire you? Like, he loves it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I'm on fire! Sorry.
Oh, that ain't good.
No.
He is on fire.
Yeah.
His brakes are fucked up.
You think this is current? Could be. It's in Europe, huh?
No, this was this morning.
Was it this morning already?
This sucks. The brakes haven't even started yet.
Right.
His brakes are
It's
locked
kind
up.
of like crashing on the pace lap.
Do it the Andretti curse.
That would suck.
Watch if it's Michael Andretti.
Right.
It's already on fire in the pits. Those things, though, these Indy cars, these Formula One, man, when they catch fire, it's hard because it's like rocket fuel type stuff.
And with the hybrid powertrain too, don't they have like lithium batteries or something like that?
Yeah, which start fires, and yeah, it's crazy.
They're green. Yeah, so the NBA, yeah, like I said, the East, the West will be packed. Like West is gonna be crazy next year.
Yeah, the East is gonna be, and the thing is too, like, and it's wide open. Like some of these teams can swing a couple trades. I think Detroit's gonna be the dark horse.
It's a good team.
Yeah, because they got Cade, who's the guy that got hurt.
Can you imagine Detroit baseball, football, basketball, and the University of Michigan all?
Jesus Christ.
And well, the Red Wings suck. So
It'd be like Boston in the fucking 2000s.
They have a WNBA team?
I know, but they're talking about bringing them back.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland's going to have their WNBA team might come back as well.
What's their name?
The Cleveland Rockers.
No, the Detroit team's the Detroit. Mm-hmm.
They used to have... I want to say they used to be...
I don't know. That's stupid.
I think
Two snaps.
That sounds like a WNBA team.
Sorry, Tim.
And the Bulls. I have no idea what the fuck the Bulls are doing.
Yeah.
Their draft pick, trading.
It's embarrassing.
You know what I realized today? You know what the Chicago Bulls are? They're the NBA version of Dallas Cowboys.
They're America's team?
They were the premier team in the 1990s. And they haven't done shit since.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dumbass-
Now I see where you're going. with
Dumbass owner that just sits and doesn't do shit.
I don't know who the coach even is there. Who's
Billy
coach?
Donovan.
Oh, it's Billy.
And the
He's a
thing
good
is, like,
coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He made the college basketball hall.
What ruined them was Derrick Rose getting hurt. Derrick Rose was on the climb to be the best player.
Yeah.
He was the best player in the NBA.
Absolutely.
He was on the climb to be that team.
Right.
All they would to have a guy to put pieces around every year and compete, and
Right.
he got hurt.
Right.
Their draft.
And he became a vagina then. Where I don't want to play. I want to be able. I'm not. Yeah, I can't do this.
He was
or
never the
that.
same player.
Yeah, he became very wishy-washy after that, and I get
Played
it.
that 1 year, like 10 years later, with was it the Nets or the Knicks?
Knicks,
yeah.
The Bucks almost signed him.
Yeah.
To be a six man, which would have been great. I mean, he came back and he looked good those last couple of years. He was a great
looked
six
really
man.
good.
Yeah. But that kind of hurt the Bulls a ton. The Bulls looked like they're going to be, because they were up. Weren't they up 2-0 or 3-1 on the Cavaliers, LeBron Cavaliers that 1 year?
3-1, I want to say.
Yeah, and they lost that series.
Who else is on that Bulls team? Elton Brand.
Elton Brand might have been.
No, he wasn't on that team, but Noah was on that team.
Yeah.
Joachim.
That was a good team.
Who was the African? Yeah. Luol Deng.
Luol Deng.
Yeah, that was him.
Translation. That's what I said. That's what I said, Tim.
Right.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear the second click.
Sorry.
Yeah,
the mic went out.
Sorry, yeah, our Bantu is. I got Google Translate on for the Bantu. Oh my God, click language. We're banned.
Oh, he gets shut down.
Lil Dang was from Nigeria, wasn't he?
Yeah. Did you see him in the Olympics this year? He almost fought the referee.
Good for him.
Oh,
was he
awesome.
coaching or playing?
Coaching.
Oh, coaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some dude had to one of the assistants had to literally pick him up and move him. He was incessant.
Who was he coaching? Sudan or something like that?
Sudan, yeah.
Sudan.
No, so maybe he's from the Sudan, isn't he?
I thought that's where he was from.
I'm on fire.
What year would it have been, that Bulls team?
Shit. 2000.
I'm interested to see that team.
2005? No.
2012. He was
12.
an all defensive player.
Was that Dole?
Yeah.
Derrick
South Sudanese British.
I think the Lakers are still paying him.
Wow. Sudan. He's only 40.
Yeah.
The Bulls was 62-20 and number 1 seed that year.
What, year 12?
Let me see when this came
Between
out. 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Who was on that
I'm looking it up. 2011 Bulls roster. Let's see who was on the roster. 2011 Bulls roster featured Michael Jordan. That was good.
He's pretty good.
How about... Okay, that's not right. That's not close to being right. Hold on. But yeah, I think that is kind of one of those things that just changed the course of history for the Bulls. I really do. Because I don't think they were they knew what they were doing. They were doing really well with the roster rebuild then. And
right.
Okay, so the team was Omer Asik.
Right. Asik was the power forward.
Bogans was there. Boozer. Ronnie Brewer. Butler. Dang. Taj Gibson. Kyle Korver. Noah, Rose, Scalabrini, and
the White Mamba?
CJ Watson.
So Butler was on that team?
Yeah, that must have been his rookie or third year.
Rasul Butler.
Yeah,
not Jimmy.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would have been 2010-2011 season, correct? Yeah, because 11 would have been when he won the award.
Right.
So, yeah.
I was just looking at the statistical leaders.
They were 62-20. Wow.
That's a good team.
That was a good round. Wow.
I'm looking at the statistical leaders. And
you said testicles?
Yeah, Durant for points, Chris Paul, Westbrook, LeBron was I don't know what it says, efficiency. Curry, that's a long time ago for those guys. That's 2011, so that's what 15 years ago. About triple doubles. LeBron led the league in triple doubles. How many have that year?
8.
Demi?
Triple doubles?
Yeah,
LeBron
6.
4.
Ooh.
I think No Kick does that in a week now.
Yeah. Well, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Jokic almost averaged a triple double this year, didn't he?
Yeah.
And wasn't the MVP, which is bullshit.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah. So, anything else?
Yeah. Oh, this game's boring. This whole podcast. Yeah, it's hard. You know, people are listening to us right now, driving in their car 3 days from now, and they're like, "Man, they ain't got a lot to talk about." This is the doldrums of the sports and
the worst part of this sports season.
It's not like there's new TV shows out either. It's not like, oh, did you see Always Sunny last night or Trailer Park? There's nothing.
Right. I watched The Bear.
You watch? Okay,
How
so
is
The Bear
it?
is out.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was good. It was good.
Yeah,
solid.
It doesn't appeal to me at all.
No, I watched the whole. Me and Jenny watched the whole 4th season. It was good, solid. I liked it better than season 3. So, if you watch it, watch it. If you don't, don't. It is what it is. I'm not going to tell you to. It's not one of those you got to watch things.
That's what I'm saying. There's not even something you can go, you got to see The Wire.
Yeah.
Nope. He said that back in the old days when we first started this pod. You got to watch. No, Bradley said that.
Yeah, he did.
It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Whatever you're doing, drop it. Watch The Wire.
Said that about Ted Lasso, too.
Yeah, Ted Lasso was good. I agree. It was a very good show.
And The Bookie. That's a great show, too.
Yeah, it's funny.
Haven't been able to watch that in a while.
Yeah, we need to start watching.
Season 2 still funny?
I didn't watch it. I don't think it came out, did it?
God, it's the greatest show I've ever seen. I didn't watch it.
No, we watched it. We
10
watched
seconds later.
We watched season 1.
Yeah, we did watch
I don't
season
think
1.
season 2 ever came out.
Probably didn't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
What channel is it on? We got to buy every one now.
HBO Max.
Yeah, we don't have HBO Max.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I got that one with the Hulu.
That's called Hulu.
Is it called Hulu? Okay, yeah.
Not the one with
I seen the sign on there. It says Hulu. I thought maybe it was.
You put your skirt on and dance?
I thought they couldn't put hula hoop on there. I was like,
it's just Hulu.
The Hulu.
Hula hoop.
Yeah. So, whatever.
Well, I guess so.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Closing thoughts, Tim.
I'm gonna pass for right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Come back to me.
I don't know. Well, we were talking about this last Thursday. Chicago hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Tomato, no tomato.
I don't think there's any tomato on them.
Get out.
Is there tomato on them?
Tomato on them, yeah. There is.
I don't know.
So I've been thinking about that since last Thursday.
If you're supposed to put a tomato on there?
Yes.
There's supposed to be one on it.
I don't know. Is there always supposed to be one on? There's always a pickle.
Traditionally, there's always supposed to be a tomato.
There's a pickle and sports peppers.
And bright green relish, onion, tomato, and celery salt. And mustard.
Yeah, maybe there
on
is.
a poppy seed bun. It's got to be Vienna hot dog with a snap
It's got to be
skin on
Vienna.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, skin's got to snap. All
I
beef
agree.
too. It's supposed to be.
Well, you try to get in these places. Oh, you get Chicago dog, and it's not all beef Vienna. It's like it tastes like shit.
There's no tomato.
I don't know if there's tomato or not. I never even thought.
Well,
about
would you eat it? Would you eat it with tomato on it? You eat it with whatever comes on.
Oh yeah, I eat it.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought you were asking if it's on there. I don't remember. I just eat it.
I forgot the question I was going to ask you guys. So you can either get paid $30,000 one time, or
Take your shot.
you can be in the major leagues for a week. You can be good enough to play in the major leagues.
Do I get paid for that weekend major leagues?
Yes.
What do I get paid?
Be the
League minimum, but you'd get your 5
A week
days.
salary?
So you get 1 week salary at league minimum, which is
I'll play them. And I'm talented enough to play in the major leagues.
Yep.
I'll play in major leagues.
Yeah, I don't even
Obviously.
care. I don't even care what it is.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd play.
Okay.
What position am I playing?
Doesn't matter.
I can pick it.
Yeah.
You get to platoon with Michael Bush.
Well, you know what? I fucking be better than Justin Turner.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking ahead. No, for sure.
That was awesome.
I'm roping those lefties.
For 30,000, people would pay just to get one at bat. I mean, Garth Brooks.
What position would you play?
Well, if I was still in shape.
No, just if you could play any position.
No, like if I was good enough.
Yeah, if you were just good enough to play a sport.
I'd play third. I'd play third. That was my position.
I'd probably play second. Yeah.
I probably want to catch, just so I can talk shit to the.
Nah, because
hard.
Yeah,
You
your
went the
luck.
last 5
You
days.
luck. Your 5 days we dropped in the middle of August in Texas or some shit.
Yeah,
Fuck,
right.
man. You'd be like, oh, call the play.
Hey, Mr. 30,000, you want to catch a doubleheader today, you stupid fucker?
And you know what? We'll end up by the same team. Me and I'd be like, we get a dugout like, you're the fans. You suck. We know.
I just texted your mom. Oh shit! Tough fans in that park.
Your band.
Yeah.
Oh no, that'd be awesome. Hey, you get to play with the Cubs too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. I'd do the 30,000 just to play one.
I get to
game.
play the whole week. Get to play 5 days in Wrigley Field.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
Or 3 days at Wrigley and 2 in Fenway.
Nope. I'll Wrigley.
Really?
I don't leave Chicago.
I'm a Deadpool hitter. I want to hit that wall one time.
And I'd eat as many Chicago hot dogs as I could.
Oh, we were talking about playing baseball too? Yeah. I just want to eat the hot dogs with tomatoes.
Do you guys like the steamed hot dogs from Wrigley?
No.
What,
you know what I'm talking about?
That comes out of the thing?
Yeah.
When the guy walks around with it?
No.
The pre-wrapped ones.
No.
The ones they put in a bun for you, you give you in the thing?
Yeah.
Nope, they're terrible. Because the buns are all fucking dry.
The buns are dry.
Right, that I'm talking. They have, like, they're grilled with the onions.
The buns aren't dry, they're fine.
Right.
But the buns are always dry
Buns
because
have
they
been
leave the
dry.
buns out. They're
Yeah.
stupid.
And now you go to like
They're not in the concession stands. They have their own stands.
Yeah. Like in the middle, like little, like
Okay.
the old time cart things.
Right.
the Brewers and stuff. The Brewers hot dogs are awful this year when I had them.
Because the buns sit out.
They sit out and they put them in like a tray now, and you just instead of wrapping them in the.
That's why you gotta buy them from the
foil.
vendors.
Yeah,
if they have them.
I
That's why
agree.
Wrigley the same thing. I buy the vendors from now on.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm a hot dog guy when I'm at the ballpark, and certain nights when my wife's out of town. was waiting to get a reaction there. Yeah, so
$30,000. Now, if you decided $1 million, I would have took the $1 million.
Yeah, you know, Pardon My Take had that for their podcast. They're like $30,000. I'm like, that's kind of low.
So the one I heard was,
and even if it was $30,000 or just to play, I'd take the play.
No, the one I heard that I thought you were going with, I heard the other day was like, I think it was 20,000 or 30,000, or you take a coin flip for like, it was like 40 million. You take this, or maybe it was 100. It might have been 100. It was 100,000.
If it was 100,000 or a coin flip for 40 million, I'd still take the 100,000.
That's what everybody was saying on there. I was like, "There's no fucking way." I'm going coin flip.
Fuck yeah!
You know how cool the studio would be. Come on, Tails.
No, because here's what we do. You two take the fucking 100,000. We'll split it 3 ways, and I get the point. We'll split it 3 ways.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, we're getting 3 ways something.
Yeah, when I heard that one, I was like, "Oh, you got to go for the 40 million. It's only 100 grand. I mean, 100 grand could be overcome in a year or two.
40 million would be awesome.
40 million is stupid.
We could buy eggs for like 3 months. Is that still going on?
You know, that's one missile against Iran or whatever. I don't know.
We can go to Thailand
with our flashlights.
You want to get me drunk? You want to see my dick?
That's worth 40 million.
I just watched Hangover 2 the other day. That was funny,
dude. You know how much
you cried.
$40 million.
That's the best line.
Yeah. What is that? They're flicking at it.
You cried.
Your closing thoughts, Ed? If you're done, Tim.
I'm done.
My closing thoughts are, I do watching those videos at night because I'm bored and I can't go to sleep. So I'm, what do they call it? Reels or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm watching those and I see this video where a guy's in the park playing his piano because there's just a piano out in the fucking park for some reason. And a little girl walks up to him and she's like, "Sir, can you play Hallelujah?" And she's so excited. He goes, "I know that one. You mean this one?" And he starts playing. And as he starts playing the Hallelujah song, one of the singers from Pentatonics is just standing in the park, and he walks over with his friend, and they're like, "Go over there." And they go over, and he starts singing, da 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 da, the whole
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So when it gets to so all these people in the park now are all like looking, and then coincidentally, there was a girl in the park who is also a professionally trained singer, and she starts singing all the high points, and the biggest coincidence of all was there was a whole camera crew just happened to be there and shooting it from 3 different angles, and happened to, just luckily got these people.
They're HD quality too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it reminded me of the time I was out pheasant hunting with Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains.
Oh,
yeah, and he started singing Rooster, here they come to snuff the rooster. And Ted Nugent walked out of the corn with a shotgun in one hand and his guitar in the other hand. The only problem was we didn't have a camera crew to catch all this on, just strange. Shit happens. Just got to have a crew. So it's like having your own walk-up music almost. That's just stupid.
Maybe that's what you guys need for bags.
Walk-up.
Or Ted Nugent.
Same thing. Bring you a new speaker. And have it.
Uncle Ted, throw in the fucking hole.
Oh.
You know who would have got a cornhole? Fred Bear. Fred Bear
would have got one. Get Fred Bear fucking out here.
Show you how to throw a cornhole. Back in my day, I threw cornholes into about a dozen 15-year-olds.
Oh God.
That was Ted Nugent.
My closing thoughts. What are my closing thoughts?
He was lone like a girl, like a Hawaiian girl she was underage.
I don't know what my closing thoughts are. My closing thoughts are... What's going on? Anything sports-wise this week? Anything good besides baseball? Nothing, huh? Just baseball still going on?
That's 4th of July.
Oh, yeah, 4th of July. Yes. Friday, you can blow some fingers
4th
off.
of July.
It's Happy John Pierre Paul Day, right? Is it John Pierre Paul Day, right?
Oh, gosh.
I think one of us sent that. Someone doesn't know this will be their last day with 5 fingers. Last week with 5 fingers.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim said that.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So remember, count your. This might be your last week with 5 fingers. So
Right.
10 fingers.
You guys, the parade was today for some reason.
Was it really?
Yeah.
We're gonna do the parade, but I don't think Willie ever got that truck.
Yeah.
No, you didn't get the van?
No, he was gonna get the truck. We were gonna get in the parade this year.
Really?
We were gonna get in the parade with Benchwarmers.
Wait. Willie was gonna provide something?
Yeah, he was supposed to.
Shocker.
Oh, he's on it.
But he never got his dad's truck. He never got it. So.
Oh, they were supposed to get it this weekend.
What kind of truck was it? Some old time
It's
thing?
like an old
Ford.
Chevy.
Yeah,
It's an old Chevy square.
Oh, we could have done that in
Square body.
Basement Benchwarmers.
Yeah, in the back.
Rick could drive. He's always driving us.
Yeah.
Rick's a good driver.
And on the
You're
back,
not driving because you'd have passed like 12 people. 12 full. Timmy, let's get the fucking Hardys.
Waffle House, here we come.
Okay. That was Glenn.
Yeah.
It was
Fuck
Glenn.
you.
It was Glenn.
He was an angry elf.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Glenn? He used to be on the Basement
I don't
Benchwarmers
know.
podcast.
I know the signs on that truck would be Waffle House or bust.
I love it. It would have been too. Oh, those are the good old days. Are we hitting that Waffle House on the way to Cincinnati this year?
Fuck yes.
Same one with that old lady?
If we can.
She's got to still be alive. She
I
was
think-
93 last year.
I think we should hit on the way down. We should hit the first Waffle House that we see just for the fuck of it. And then,
That's tradition.
yeah.
I like that tradition.
Or go to Triple X again.
We don't go that way.
Go to Cincinnati?
Yeah, we go. We probably take. We go up. I think along the state. We go 9984, don't we? And then go down, don't we?
Giggity.
For what? For what's that? To
Go-
get to Cincinnati?
Yeah. Or to go.
We
go down
we
to
through
Indy.
You
Oh,
go-
do you?
Yeah, you go right through.
Oh,
Indy.
then we go by Triple X then. So it's your guys' call. I don't care. I've been there. I was there twice already this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you went again?
On the way to Indy, on the way home.
Nice.
Oh, there's a Waffle House in Speedway.
Speedway.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, the city. I thought the gas station inside the gas
I
station.
thought you
That's what I thought you meant.
I thought you meant the golf course.
Well, we'll probably stop the golf anyways, and if we stop at Smock again, there's one.
It's November.
Yeah,
two, two blocks away.
We
Why
ain't
not?
golf. It's gonna be November.
It's in Indianapolis. It's still
We don't have to golf this time.
good. We can just eat Waffle House.
You know what you can do? We go play shuffleboard.
Yeah, there's Waffle Houses everywhere on the way to Cincinnati. No,
What?
Just that same one.
Rule changer.
Well, whatever.
After we won,
It's that
it went
one
all-
in Shelbyville.
It went all downhill from there.
I wanted to shorten the games.
It was the one in Shelbyville.
Was it?
Shelbyville?
It was on the way to Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
Right by the Springfield nuclear plant?
That'd be too
Yeah.
far though.
It's a ways. Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
already be lunchtime.
Yeah.
Away.
That's the first ones, I think.
I'm gonna order spaghetti.
Yeah, there's not one.
See that video I sent today?
No.
You didn't see the video?
No, I didn't either.
I sent it. It's a video of a guy and you have to look at it. It's up higher. Okay, my closing thoughts. I don't know. That's it. I'm done. We got off on a tangent again.
At least we're still running.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? How about this when you're watching reels and they have like the Jordan, LeBron, who's better, you know?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this the other day too, because I have a lot of time on my hands. When you're watching like the reels and stuff, how many LeBron James reels come up that say, "Oh yeah, man, I remember we were playing LeBron. I had like 4 points, and Jordan only had 10." And I'm like, "Hey, good game." And the next thing you know, Jordan's got 44, LeBron's got 44, and I got 12 points. Like there's no videos about how LeBron took over a game, right?
Not that I know of.
That's a good point.
You know how they talk about like in when Jordan was wearing 45 and
Yeah, I'm gonna get 45 tonight.
no,
And he only got 44.
no, the one dude's like 40 or 45 doesn't equal 23.
Yeah.
Jordan switched numbers the next game and scored 60 on him. Like there's no stories about LeBron like taking over a game like that.
There's no LeBron stories that are would just like legendary.
Legendary, exactly.
Like Larry Bird, you know,
Right.
dude. There's whole things
Right.
where it's just these guys going. He comes over, he's like, "You're gonna put a white boy on me?"
Right.
And then he dropped like,
who's got me?
"Oh
Right.
man, who's got me?
Right.
Mouse in the house. I want to put up 56 on you boys."
You-
Yeah, you don't have any.
Shabuka's got me. Dropping 50.
He just
Right.
how
I'm gonna-
disrespectful! You're
Right.
gonna put a white guy on
Yeah.
me?
Exactly.
But there's no LeBron stories.
There's no legendary LeBron stories, none whatsoever.
That's a good point.
So
That is a great point because you hear, man, Jordan, he played 38 holes of golf and then he played 10 more after that. And then he dropped like 43. And then,
Right.
or the one was he was sick too.
Yeah.
I forget what the sick one was, but they said he couldn't even get out of bed. Like,
Right.
And it was one of those games where he put up like 40 in the playoffs or something.
There was one game they're down by like 14, and there was like 2 minutes left, and Jordan hit a shot or missed it or whatever, and some guy on the bench goes, "Nice game, Mike," and they came back and won by like 1.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
right.
I seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no.
There is no legendary LeBron. What's his like key moment like that, or one of his key? Jordan's got like 10. Bird's got like 8.
Right.
You know.
All I can see is like LeBron flopping is like his key moment. Just saying.
That's a very good point. Because even like Tom Brady, he's got him, you know, and he's the GOAT. Or, you know, Peyton Manning, there's stories like, oh, Peyton's telling me to move over because I'm in the wrong spot and he threw a touchdown. Right? You know? Yeah, every one of them has like legendary
There's a legendary story.
Yeah.
Right.
It's great. I mean,
Wilt slept with 20,000 women.
Yeah. And scored 100 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, scored 100. Yeah.
Dude, Wilt Chamberlain was one of the greatest athletes ever. When you start going back and looking at I don't know why he didn't get the love that.
Because he wasn't considered a winner, and he was very aloof.
Yeah.
And again,
he was an actor. He had a great career as, you know, in a very smart guy too.
Because he was very standoffish because he was always treated differently, and he always thought people wanted something from him.
Plus, he was in Conan.
Right.
Dude, he's awesome in Conan, how big he is.
And he had a Hall of Fame volleyball career as well.
They said he was one of the strongest guys ever.
Yep. It didn't lift weights.
Didn't lift weights, but he was super strong.
Really?
Yeah.
It's unreal. Yeah.
There was stories like of him picking up like it was like deadlifts and stuff or benching, and guys they couldn't believe how much he lifted.
Right.
And he didn't even lift weights. Yeah, there's a lot of good Wilt stories too. I mean, same thing.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the 12 championships and, you know, like the Celtics and the Lakers
but he didn't play. Unfortunately, he didn't have a lot of good support.
Right.
Like the teams that like the Laker teams were his best teams.
Yeah, he's a different kind of guy too. But
absolutely,
he's almost like Jim Brown too.
Right.
They're very similar because they both went on the acting careers and went on and did a whole bunch of stuff. They probably all banging whores all the time. Every Hollywood starlet, you know,
right.
You know, Wilt's like, you know, every girl in Hollywood's like, I heard his dick's like 12 inches long. Yeah, you know, guaranteed.
Right.
So yeah, he had a great career, I guess, if you're into that.
Legendary.
Yeah. You don't hear that with LeBron.
Nope.
Nothing.
You don't.
I can't even think of it. Can you think of any LeBron story that just stands out? Like, oh man, we were playing the playoffs. We were up 10, and LeBron walked over to our bench and says, "Boy, I'm gonna drop this right on you from over here, and we're gonna win this game." Nothing.
Right.
That's crazy. Good point, Timmy. You heard it here on the Basement Benchwarmers first.
Heard it first.
Shams will have it tomorrow.
Yeah, you're
Breaking
welcome.
story.
Shams.
Breaking story. Shams.
LeBron not legendary according to some fat guy in Wisconsin.
According to Tim Tucker.
Timmy the Tarp Tucker.
People would be looking into our podcast going back years like, wow, these guys had a lot of good takes.
Tarps Tucker.
Where's the Lost Bourbon show at?
Oh, that was a good show.
That was not a good show. That was an absolute disaster. It was worse than today when we just lost all electric.
That was like it's like the Hindenburg and Titanic together. If they had a baby,
another insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It wasn't Carl here that day.
Yeah,
he was sitting over at the bar.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god.
He was curled with a ball drinking bourbon in the corner by himself,
laughing at you guys.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough for tonight.
Okay, guys, it was a good show. Once again, we're the Basement Benchwarmers for Ed and Tim, and myself, Scott. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
I hate goodbyes. Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was
awesome.
Bafflation.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'd give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginnings.